Hey everyone, you're listening to the official podcast of 4playernetwork.com. Check us out at that address for everything you need to know about our community, monthly giveaways, and nightly live streams. You can even support us on Patreon at patreon.com/4player. And last but not least, you can catch the live recordings of these podcasts every single Thursday night on our Twitch channel. We hope to see you there. Enjoy. Let's get this show on the road. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 532. This is also our 2018 preview show. We're going to be talking about all... What the fuck?
No, I'm just excited.
Oh, okay.
2018 preview show.
We're talking about
a whole year of games stretching out before us.
Yes, and these are just the games we know about. So we'll be talking about all the games that are expected to release in 2018. My name is Nick Henderson. I'm joined this evening by Chris B. You just heard Chris B.
Hello, that's me.
Nolan.
How's it going, everybody?
And Christopher Davis.
Good evening.
And before we get too far into, shooting the shit, couple things. Discord, want to go ahead and... This will be my last time pimping Discord in 2017. This is our last show of the year, guys. We've had a really great year, I think, in Discord. We've had a lot of people coming into our Discord and having rousing conversations with members of our community. I think we have somewhere upwards of like 600 people, maybe more. I haven't checked in a while in there. So if you are out there and you are not currently part of our Discord, the fuck are you doing? It's absolutely free. You can find us at discord.gg/4player. It's also a link in chat if you're watching us live at 4pp.tv, Nightbot. Or actually, Slade just triggered the link to post there from Nightbot. Click that if you're interested in joining. We'd love to have you in there. Also, this is your last chance of the year to leave us a review on iTunes.
Oh.
It'd be, like I said last week, we have a lot of reviews for our show on iTunes, but we haven't really pimped it in a while.
Most of them are from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a lot of them are, at this point, are from a couple of years ago. So we'd like to get some new, fresh thoughts, reviews in from you guys. So take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, so last week was our last regular show of the year. It'll be a couple weeks before we're doing our usual thing, playing games and talking about them. This week, 2018 preview show. Next week, we have off, so no podcast next week. Huh? What's that?
Thank goodness.
Yes. Wait, what?
Because we got Game of the Year shit to work on.
Oh, yeah, Game of the Year shit.
Yeah, your finalized lists, which are due Sunday.
Guys, I started
all the footage you need to get to me like now.
Oh, by the way, I need Nolan's help before I can do that. God, you made me lose my train of thought. I started.
You were talking about the second week. We're off next week.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked really quickly. So no podcast next week. Second week of January, our 2017 award show. We'll go over all of our usual award categories, maybe some new ones in there. I don't know. We'll do our award categories. We'll revisit a lot of the games that we played and loved or hated in 2017. Handed out some awards, some quote-unquote awards. We'll hand them out.
Brad floated out a category today that I particularly like.
Wait, what did he
Best looking game that's not called Cuphead.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Maybe we'll spice up some of our categories this year. Who knows? Anyways, second week of January, we'll be doing our 2017 award show. And then the week after that, we'll be back to doing our normal thing. And sometime in the first 3 months of 2018, you'll see our personal top 10 videos of the year. Top 10 lists for 2017.
If that happens, sometimes within the first 3 months of the year, they may find your bodies.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. They'll be out sooner than that. But the point is, we're going to start working on them pretty heavily here in January, so look for those. But before we get to the 2018 stuff, anything y'all want to get out there? I kind of wanted to mention, we're like a couple days away from having to turn in our finalized list for the year, and I just started Persona 5. The fuck am I doing?
You fool.
I know.
Yeah.
And you know
it's not. Dude, the tutorial for that game's like 20 hours.
I'm almost done.
There's a class Persona in that game, Nick. No, you're not, by the way.
You think
yeah, you're not. There's a class of Persona called the Fool.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you are. No, yeah, that tutorial is like you're like, oh, finally done with the tutorial, and then like 4 hours later in gameplay.
But hey,
more tutorials.
You know what? Even if it's I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
How do you like Panther? Have you seen Panther?
I've
yet?
seen Panther.
Okay.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's funny because they do their transformations, whatever, and they're all kind of thematically kind of similar. And then you get to her, and she's just like, "What the fuck?" It's just like a bright red catsuit,
skin tight red latex,
Of course.
covering the entire body.
of course.
I'm the hot blonde chick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
blonde?
Color me
She is.
surprised.
I thought she had like
No, she's blonde.
She's supposed to be like American, isn't she?
she's
She's
spent
some
time
kind of-
abroad.
She's
She
some
did not
kind of
say
foreigner.
she spent time abroad, and she didn't say. And I think she said she was part Japanese. I don't know,
Ugh,
but
weird.
anyways,
Yep.
yeah. So, anything else y'all been up to? Y'all wanna?
Started 2 new games
Yeah,
right before the end of the year. Yeah. Hellblade.
yeah.
liking that.
Did Crispy start Hellblade?
That-
No.
God damn it.
AMSR.
But I
going
did complete Tacoma.
How'd that go?
It was okay.
See,
It
you
was
could have been
really,
playing Hellblade.
It was really okay.
on. Shit.
Compared to like
Gone home.
Gone Home, it was
Yeah.
really okay.
At least y'all are
Exactly.
being more productive than me.
I liked the whole space setting. I like the story they tell. Unfortunately, the story is so fucking similar to another really great sci-fi movie that does the exact same thing. And the storytelling mechanic
Spoilers.
of the game is so like spoon-fed compared to Gone Home. You know, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like I feel like in Gone Home you were
It's not
actually
as
like
smart.
you were looking around, piecing stuff together. Like you could see evidence everywhere. Like here, you're literally just watching videos of what happened.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not as.
But they're cool videos.
they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, and it is kind of neat. Like the first time, especially when you're like moving around an environment, and you're seeing how like, you know, like while you were watching this over here, this is what this person was doing over there, and you know, like sometimes they cross into rooms that you need to find codes for and shit. I mean, it was kind of cool. It was not a bad game or a bad time. It just wasn't what I was maybe hoping for from a follow up from Fulbright.
Well, Crispy, maybe you can let it stew for about 3 weeks and then talk to us about it in January.
Yeah,
Or not.
Yeah.
I'll probably forget I played it.
Maybe you should play Hellblade
Okay.
during that time.
Okay.
I think Nolan's enjoying it.
I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. I haven't died once.
Fuck off. I died a couple times.
I bought it.
That's the first step.
Yep. I've
I
also
hear.
been playing Never Stop Sneaking. I've also
How far did you get in that?
I just built the underground base.
Okay, so you've been doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. But I who
Yeah,
knows?
that's fine.
And I'm this close to beating Golf Story.
Cool.
I'm officially on the Pro Tour.
Nice.
And I can't stop playing Underground or Battlegrounds.
Oh, I finished SteamWorld Dig 2.
Nice.
Game is pretty dope.
It kind of ends abruptly, doesn't it?
It does end.
That
and
was
then
my biggest complaint.
And then I was watching the credits roll, and then I realized they were finishing the story like in little like sliding
little
images,
bits,
whatever,
yeah.
in the credits, and I
Yeah.
was like not paying attention for like
Oh.
I was just listening to music, and I was like on my phone like tweeting, I just finished SteamWorld Dig 2, and then I look up and I was like, oh, there's story shit happening right now,
Yeah.
and I like missed.
I'm missing all this rich lore.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's pretty.
It's
good,
just the funny thing is that made me realize I never finished SteamWorld Dig.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Like I kept asking myself, and it's because like all video games are like this, right? But I never think about it, and I never ask myself this. But SteamWorld Dig 2 made me ask this. I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like, the fun of the game is digging, so you can go back and get things that make digging easier.
Yep.
And I'm just like, this is fun, but I don't know why. Like, why do I care about digging?
Nick, at least there is story beats
Nick.
to that game, as opposed to Miner Dig Deep, one of my favorite indie games of all time, where literally all you do is dig.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's no story. All you do is dig until you get enough money to buy better things to dig faster.
It's just so, it's like, you know.
But it's addicting as fuck.
I know. I couldn't explain. Like, I was like, I'm really enjoying this mechanic. And I'm like,
Yeah.
every time I find gems and stuff and I get money, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I want to go back up and sell them for money.
Yeah.
And so I can get more things that will help me dig more.
So one of the cool things in Miner Dig Deep was you could build elevator shafts. Because there was no like wall jumping mechanic. So if you fell down a shaft, you were like kind of fucked. But so you could like just literally buy like X amount of mine shafts and then you could just like plant them all the way down. So there'd be times where that was the cool thing about it, because it was almost realistic. You'd be kind of digging through your maze of like little like footsteps going down, and all of a sudden you hit one of your mine shafts and just take that like 300 feet farther down.
That's
and
cool.
then I really liked Miner Dig Deep.
It's satisfying. Anyways,
We should probably talk about some 2018.
we should
items.
probably get into the meat of the show.
Before we do that, though, I do want to mention two site things
So
that are
our
going
first
on.
game.
I'm
Just
sorry.
kidding.
This is very important. Our highlight
Oh,
and
yes.
game of the year surveys are ready to go.
They're just waiting on me.
They're just we're waiting on Nick. They're all ready to go. They will start tomorrow and run through Sunday to January 7th. Should give you about 10 days to.
And by the way, I
Sit
will get them
down
up on
and-
the site, but don't let that stop you from putting the links in like Discord
Oh, I'm going
and
to.
whatnot. Okay,
Yeah.
so because like that's the beauty. Like right now, like I need to take some extra time to get it looking pretty and nice to put on the website, but which is 4playernetwork.com, by the way.
Yes.
But we have this wonderful, lively Discord and Twitter and everything, so get it out there. You
It
don't have
will
to-
go everywhere.
It'll go on the website eventually, but that doesn't mean we can't get it up on in those other avenues first. Also,
Yeah, if you participate in either survey, you get entered into a contest to win a free game. So
a free game of your choice up to a $60 value.
yeah.
Also, one last thing. I saw someone in chat a minute ago mention that we're actually coming up on our 10-year anniversary
Yeah.
in February, I think. Is it February?
Yeah.
February 4th.
February 4th? Really?
That's what they say.
Man, shit. Well, we'll maybe do something for that. I don't have anything to announce. I'm just saying, hey, 10
That's
years,
crazy.
right? That's crazy. Oh my god. That's funny. Dano in chat says Assassin's Creed Origins has the world's ugliest chocobo. Have you seen this thing? It's like
No.
it's a weird hybrid between it's a chocobo like blended with a camel. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Was there such a thing in ancient Egypt?
No.
So it's like a chamel
It's part of that really weird, stupid crossover between
yeah,
Final
between
Fantasy
the two,
15
yeah.
and Assassin's Creed. I have no idea why that needs to exist, but hey. Hey, look, our 10-year anniversary apparently falls on a Sunday.
We should all go to church together.
Oh, that's a great idea, Nolan. Celebrate our
10 years of sin.
We'll Periscope.
Yeah.
Can we go and confess?
Oh my god, let's go confess to all the things that we've done on this terrible show. All right, anyways, we really need to get to it.
That's not a bad idea for a video series.
It's like,
2018.
forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Let's start with Human Centipede. And we'll go down the
Let's
list.
not forget about the Playboy bunny tattoo.
Oh, yep.
Oh god.
Wait, what Playboy Bunny tattoo?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
that-
save
I
Or
it.
feel like
chat
this
will
is-
probably tell you here in just a minute.
Okay.
Anyways, you should look that up. That's pretty funny, actually, even though it's at my expense. Anyways, 2018 preview show. We're here to talk about all the sweet games coming up in this year. By the way, don't forget we have footage to roll during some of these games.
Yeah.
You'll probably have to remind him what they
Yeah.
are because I don't remember.
I know
I
what
would,
they are.
if I
So the way this is going to work, during the first segment, we're going to go over the first party publishers, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. We'll do PC kind of at the tail end of that. And then we'll take our break, and when we come back, we'll focus on all of the multi-platform games. And that's a pretty long list.
Yep.
And we also had, I don't thank everybody in the community who helped kind of put this list together. We posted the spreadsheet in Discord and had people come in and make suggestions and help us kind of flesh out the list. So that was really nice. We really appreciate your assistance in that. But without further ado, let's talk about Sony.
Yeah.
Don't forget there's an overlay for these two.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of go in order down this list because the spreadsheet we have is actually in order of release date. One thing to keep in mind, these dates are, in a lot of cases, are not confirmed. A lot of them are kind of speculation, and some of them are straight up just to be determined. So there's also a good chance that some of the games we're going to talk about tonight don't actually make it out in 2018.
It happens. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Games get delayed all the
Or
time.
make it out at all.
Yeah, that's
That's less common, but it happens.
it does happen.
Well, one of Brad's dream games did not make it out of
I
2017.
think like 2 or
alive.
3 of Brad's dream games didn't make it. Hey, one of my dream games didn't make it out either. So, fuck. Anyways, let's get on it. We're going to start with Sony, which of course is PlayStation 4 and VR is a thing now. So you probably see some VR games in here. In fact, the first game of the night we're going to talk about is The Inpatient. Is anybody else in this room excited for The Inpatient?
So I played the demo of it
no.
at E3.
No.
Not at all.
What have you seen of it, Crispy?
I mean, I've seen the trailer that they announced it. with,
Yeah. It was E3, was it?
and
E3, yeah.
and all I could remember thinking at the time was, "Fuck that."
Yeah. Well, it is VR, and that's a horror game. So when those two things come together,
Fuck that.
fuck that for some people.
It's a
particularly
little
love it.
weird. It's one of those things where since it's first person and you move around the environment, it does that weird thing where you have to shift.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Is there an option to turn that off though in this game?
Not when I played it at E3.
Oh, okay.
So when I played it at E3, it was literally just shift, and I don't remember if it was 90-degree or 45-degree increments where you could kind of shift around and then walk straight or whatever.
Also, it's important to note this is actually a kind of a spin-off of Until Dawn.
Correct.
So
yes.
this is the same guys who did Until Dawn. This is, I think,
Did they do Rush of Blood?
I think they did do Rush of Blood. Actually,
That was a pretty good VR experience.
Yeah, that was a pretty good VR experience as well. I do agree with that. But this is like a spin-off. This is
about the asylum.
This is about the asylum that's
Until
referenced
Dawn.
in Until Dawn.
Well,
Yes.
it's not just reference. You go there. There's like several levels set there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you're right.
anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For sure.
I've forgotten a lot
there
about the
was-
game, but I
there was-
love that game.
Return.
There were some jump scares. There were some spoopy moments.
Yeah.
I
have
don't
I have
know,
this.
We'll see.
This is on my list. This is probably one of the first games I'm going to play this year if it makes it out.
It's
in
slotted
January.
for January 24th.
January
so-
24th.
1 year to the date from Resident Evil 4 or 7.
Oh yeah, maybe that bodes well for it.
It's weird that you know that.
They were very proud of that release date last year.
I think they were. Yeah. Moving right along. Anybody gonna play Dissidia Final Fantasy? What is NT?
It's just
That's just what it's called, I
Yep,
think.
that's
Really?
Japan.
Is
Yeah.
it literally called Final
That's
Fantasy?
what they
Dissidia
do.
Final Fantasy
They
NT.
name things
Yeah, for
interesting
sure,
names.
dude.
That's got to stand for something.
For sure.
There's got to be some nerd in chat who knows what that's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Nerd.
guys. I didn't mean that. I really didn't. I
So
say that with
cold.
love. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. Is that PS4 and Vita?
I don't know about
It's
Yeah, I
weird.
think it's
They
on
are still
Vita.
releasing things
They
on
are.
Vita.
They are.
Aren't they like releasing it in arcades?
I didn't know about that.
I
Could've
mean, it wouldn't
sworn.
surprise me. It is a fighting game.
Honestly, in my opinion, we've already spent too much time on this game.
True.
Are any of us going to play it?
No one here is really going
I
to
mean,
play
I've
it, I'll
played
be totally
Dissidia
honest.
games before, and they are fun, but it's just not really my cup of tea. I mean, I guess the first one I ever played, I was just excited for because I got to see a bunch of my favorite Final Fantasy characters in a more modern, rendering. They actually looked, fancy and stuff. It's like, oh, I get to see Bart from Final Fantasy 1, and he looks all fancy and stuff.
Yeah.
I can
But
tell
then,
you.
at the end of the day, I was like, meh.
And since then, they've added characters that maybe we're not quite as excited to see.
Yeah.
Like
come back.
Noctis. Oh boy. Moving
I mean, not to
on.
mention, Noctis was literally in a game like last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is worth being excited for. Anyways, that's
I can-
January 30th.
I can tell you though, if we bring up this game next year in our Game of the Year awards, it's probably gonna be nominated for like the worst fucking HUD.
Oh, have you seen?
I've heard bad things about the
Oh,
HUD.
I
Yeah,
saw it at E3 and it's atrocious.
the UI is pretty bad.
Well,
it's like
we still got a lot
Too
of games.
much of it?
Like it's worse than like a deep in
Yeah.
World of Warcraft or
Is it worse
MMO
than
HUD.
was it Skyward Sword
For a
that had
fighting
like
game.
the Wii that had like the giant Wiimote on
Oh,
the left side
yep,
of the screen
it did.
for like the entire
Yeah.
that fucking game
That
unless you
was
turned
dumb.
it off. Oh, that was
Next on the
horrible.
list, a game I'm actually excited
yes. and
for.
I think we have footage. For
We
it.
do.
So this is actually a game this is one of my most anticipated games coming out of E3. I think we all played it a little bit at E3.
Mhm.
It's also the first VR game that I'm going to be playing that is third person.
Mhm.
It's called Moss from is it Polyarch? Is the name of the
Polyarch.
studio?
Yep.
It's just a fucking charming, delightful little game. You play a little mouse with a sword. What's his name? Quill.
Quill.
Yeah, you play a mouse named Quill. And I'll be honest, I was not totally. I was so confused about this concept of playing a VR game that was third person.
It was interesting.
And then I put the headset on, and at the moment I booted up Moss and started controlling the character, I was like, "This is fucking
It
phenomenal."
clicks.
It is such
it
a
makes
cool
sense.
effect.
It's cool just because it's not just there's actually a reason behind
Yeah.
how you're viewing it. You're like a spirit, and you're helping guide this mouse on its journey, on her journey. I think it's a girl.
her. I think.
And so actually, early on, I don't know if you can see it in this footage, but when you first put on the headset, you actually appear in front of Quill over some water, and you can actually look down into the water, and you see, hey, you see yourself.
Yeah. That's
you're like
you
No
looking-
Face.
So technically, you are kind of in first person, but you're controlling a different character.
Correct.
Right.
which is cool.
So yeah, it's interesting premise. The puzzles are pretty good from what we played. Combat was fairly simple. But I'm definitely excited to see where it goes.
Had good feedback. It had really good combat feedback. The puzzles were pretty satisfying. Had some cool moments. Like the demo we played ended with you going into this dark room and being approached by this like fucking huge snake.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah. So you're actually controlling Quill at the same time. You're not. It's
So
not just like you're.
Think of it this
giving
way: your head
commands.
is the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't move yourself really. You just move the mouse. Oh, you can like move between like. It's like when because you're going through a story, you're going through a book, and so Quill is going from left to right as if you were reading a book, and as you get to the end, it's almost like you turn a page and you go on to the next area.
Yeah.
And so that's when the camera moves from one section to the other.
Yeah, but you're not like directly controlling Quill.
No.
Okay.
No.
So wait, hold on.
You are.
You are.
You are. That's
Okay,
all you
okay.
do.
You're moving him.
also controlling stuff in the environment too.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I understood that. I just
Yeah.
wasn't
So like,
sure
you can
about
actually point the controller at like certain like in the demo. There's like this huge column that you were like having to,
you have to
to
like
maneuver.
rotate to like open up passages for Quill to go in and do shit.
So you like hold a button on the controller, which basically allows you to like manipulate the environment, and then you let go of that button, and then you can control Quill to run through it.
that. Okay.
It looks like it's gonna be a great game. Full disclosure, they gave us the best swag at E3.
Dude, I have.
They
I
did.
should have brought mine up. I have the little Quill action figure. That's really, it's really high quality.
Why didn't you get one?
Because you didn't go to the thing.
Take
Everyone
no
was invited.
publishers.
I went
We
to-
can
Not
be
to mention,
bought.
like every single PAX or every event they've done, they like hide those Quill figures. Like if you follow them on Twitter, they're like hiding them all over all these events.
Yeah.
and they're like
It's kinda
tweeting out
cool.
hints as to where you can find them. Like when we went to their room, they had like 200 little boxes of Quill things there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Moss. It's coming out. They don't have actually a confirmed date for it. They just said it's
Pretty
February.
early. Yeah.
February 2018. Also, February 2018. Pretty excited about this. Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, what's that? I've
Re-
never heard of that before.
So
I hate
it's this
you.
game about dogs,
Really?
Dalmatian specific. I'm just kidding. I'm
I'm
excited.
like, where is he
What a
going with
misleading title.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't know if I actually ever played the one that was released, the HD remake.
Oh, the PS3 one.
Yeah.
I
That's
owned
pretty
it.
cool.
I own it, and I popped it in, and I played like the first 2 or 3 Colossus just to see how it kind of like looked. And I
You
was like, oh.
downloaded the free themes that came with it,
Yeah.
and then we're
Yeah.
like, I'm done with this.
but
I've never actually played
and
it.
those
period.
were good. What
Yeah.
the?
What is wrong
fuck?
with you?
It's just
You
one
need
of those
to
things.
You need to have a discussion with Mike.
Okay, first of
Mike
all,
will sit you down.
I
And
know.
he will set you
are
straight.
you gonna play this one?
I want to. Yeah.
This seems like there's been hands on, and a lot of it's been very positive. They said some of the same issues that the last HD remake had, which were, I think if I remember correctly, was mostly camera related, which is
Correct.
Still, like the original Shadow of the Colossus had plenty of camera issues. So it just sounds like they really didn't address that.
Also, supposedly they addressed like the stamina issue.
There was no
like-
stamina issue.
Well,
No,
no,
in this
finding like
one.
the iguanas or whatever you find in the environment, and you eat them, and it
Correct.
gives you better stamina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think they're improving that mechanic.
How? I think it was a perfect mechanic.
I don't know. Like they make them more
Well,
frequent.
someone
or
disagrees with you.
Better
out
to
there,
see.
Nolan.
I disagree.
But
I mean, if it makes them easier to see, I guess that's one thing. I don't want them more frequent. One of the whole points of that game is you could find random trees that had fruit. And if you saw the fruit, it's like this yellow fruit, and if you shot it down with your arrow and you ate it, it would give you more health.
Okay.
I
And
did
if you
not know that.
If you found how did you not know that, Nick? By the end of the
I
game,
was
your
dumb.
fucking health bar can be like, not the end of the game. As you play it multiple times, your health bar is the more fruit you eat, it'll get longer, and you get your health bar like almost the entire length of the fucking screen. And the same with the stamina, because every time you replay the game, New Game Plus, you can keep finding more fruit and more
yeah.
of the iguanas that you kill them and you eat their tail. And that's what gives you more stamina. And like at the beginning, your stamina ring is this tiny fucking thing in the corner. And as you eat more and more, it can be like almost a third of the screen.
Jesus.
Thankfully, it fades out when it's not in like use or when it's really full. It only shows up when it's small. But it's crazy how much stamina you get. But the thing is, you actually need it. Because there's a secret hidden at that game at the top of the tower, and if you don't have enough stamina, you can't. There's no it's not like Zelda where there's rest spots halfway up. You have to constantly be climbing, and if you run out of stamina, like a foot from the top, you fall and die.
Yeah. Okay.
God damn.
I fucking loved
Fucking
it.
dead.
Yeah,
The point is, Chris Davis, you should play this.
you should.
Last
No,
thing I
I
want to say about this. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I haven't physically played it. I've been in the room with people playing it.
I would at least hope that was the case.
Like-
I've never seen a trailer.
I was no. I was trying to help my friend who was taking down the bird one.
Yeah, well,
Like the bird
there's
colossus?
several, but yeah.
there's a
We
couple
spent
of
like 2
flying
hours
ones.
trying to figure out how the fuck to do it.
That was one of the
That's
best
the
things,
beauty of-
and that's one of the things I loved, and that will never happen again. And I
Yeah.
know we're kind of sticking on this for a little too long, but like I don't want to say
yeah.
with the invention of the internet, but I mean back in the day when you couldn't figure something out, you just didn't figure it out, or you had to ask someone for help. And I like that. I like that Shadow of the Colossus was not a game I knocked out in a
And it
couple of
doesn't
hours.
hold your hand either.
It took me fucking time to like, what the fuck do I do? How do I get on this thing's wing while it's flying around? Like I liked that it was difficult. And nowadays I don't even have that kind of patience. If I spend like 10 minutes on something and I can't figure it out, fucking Google it.
Yep.
Like, what do I
Yeah.
do? I don't have fucking
Done.
time.
Point is, Chris Davis, you should play this.
Yeah.
I will.
A lot of what I've read so far about hands-on with this game has been very positive, especially in the performance, which I was kind of worried about, considering how good this remake looks.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about performance.
Well, now that Fuckuary has been spread out and
Yes, and we'll get to those other things. Virtual On, a certain magical virtual. Is it really called this? Is this really
Yes.
the fucking title?
it's a new
On.
Virtual On game,
I-
but it's a cross deal with an anime called A Certain Magical Index.
Virtual. This is the full title. A Virtual On, a certain magical virtual on.
Japan. That's what they do.
Yeah,
It's a fairly popular series, evidently.
I haven't played Virtual On since the
I mean,
Dreamcast.
yeah, it's a fighter, so
It's like a mech fighter, right?
yeah.
It's kind of like Zone Eaters in a way.
Yeah, so I'm
Have you not
probably
played
not going to play
Virtual
it.
On?
No.
Crispy's ears
I don't
just
know
perked
anything
up.
about this.
Virtual On.
Like the last one was Ontario Tangram, and that was on the Dreamcast, I believe.
I played whatever one was on the Dreamcast, and I thought it was
Man.
pretty cool.
You know what's cool? Mechs.
They're pretty
Well,
cool.
Then maybe you should
The
look.
original Virtual Ones were about mechs.
Then maybe
Well,
you
there
should
you
keep your
go.
eye on Virtual On, a certain magical Virtual On.
And it's magic and mechs. That's
Mhm.
that's where I live.
Magical mechs.
By the
right
way-
in that intersection.
Sega's got kind of a hell of a lineup this year.
Sega.
They
What's
do.
next?
And like I'm just thinking of like 3 other games that are on other tabs.
Yeah.
from
There's a lot of
Sega.
Sega.
Yakuza 6: The Song of Life.
Damn.
I'm assuming this is going to be something that more people in this room are going to be playing.
Dude, I just played my first Yakuza game. and
Did you
I've-
finish it?
No, not yet.
Fuck you,
Do
Nolan.
you want it back?
Fuck you.
Wait, didn't you?
Fuck you,
did
Nolan. Finish it.
No, Crispy never did.
Finish it.
Do you want it? Are you trying to finish
No.
before the end of the year?
No,
Okay.
I'm
Yakuza
not.
6 is going to be my first Yakuza.
But I do
so-
want it back.
Wait,
No, I definitely will get it
Why
back
would
to
you start with 6 and not play 0, which was like critically acclaimed and the
You
perfect
really
starting
should
point?
start. with
I
Zero.
don't want to have this argument.
It's not.
I had an argument.
Chris
8 months ago
Davis
about
doesn't
this.
follow
At
logic,
this
Nick.
point,
Just
he's
let him do
not doing it because it's been a discussion.
it. Yeah.
I get that. I get sticking to your guns, but like, you should start with 0. Like, you really should.
So here's why I'm not going to play 6 right away. I don't want to get burnt out on Yakuza. I've played like 40 hours in the past couple of weeks.
It's an endless cycle.
And the thing is, Yakuza games are all the same. They are. You do the same stuff. It's just new, unique sub stories and things that keep it interesting. But the problem is, like, I actually end up and sitting right there is Kiwami,
Yeah.
which is the remake of 1,
Mhm.
and I got that because it was on sale for a really good deal. I got it for like $11 or
You're
something.
going to be playing.
And like I
So
was talking
much
with Brad about it, and I was like, Brad was like, "Are you gonna play that right after 0?" And I was like, "Probably not." I got it, and I know it's a 2017 game officially in America, but I'm not even. I wasn't even considering playing it this
Space
year.
that shit
Dude,
out.
I'm going to.
Space
I
that
got
shit
in
out.
6. Like I don't even know. I'll probably do something similar to I did to 0, and I'll start it in like December of 2018.
Yeah. But yeah, Yakuza's getting surprisingly huge here in the United States. So I'm glad to see that doing well.
Me too.
Wait, when is that coming out? Is that February as well?
It
Sorry, I
is.
didn't mean to
Oh god.
derail this.
March.
March. So we're into March now.
March 20th.
So next, we have a game that we're all pretty fucking excited for. This is a sequel, a highly anticipated, the first console sequel to our unanimous Game of the Year 2008? Was it 8?
Nick, you realize you were the only one sitting on these couches that was here in 2008.
I know. I'm sorry.
But yes, it was 2008.
I'm sorry. None of you fuckers were there.
I didn't play video games in 2008.
Valkyria Chronicles
That's not true.
4 is coming out
Yep.
soon-ish. I don't know. That date's not confirmed yet, is it?
I don't know if it is or not.
I
But
can't imagine.
They
it
kind of
is.
they debuted the first gameplay footage, but I think we're actually watching
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
And
This footage
so
is less than
good.
24 hours old.
And it
Yeah.
looks like Valkyria
It
Chronicles.
looks so good.
I can't believe Valkyria Chronicles is back.
Yeah.
Mm.
This looks fucking gorgeous as hell, and I am ready for it. I although, wait a second. This ended up in the Sony tab? Isn't this multi-platform? This is coming to Switch too, isn't it?
I didn't add it.
Uh-oh.
Someone else did.
Uh-oh.
All right, start over.
Hunt them down and
Hold
fire
on.
them.
Forget we talked about
hold
this
on.
game.
I'm closing this.
Nah, fuck it.
We're starting over the podcast.
No,
Yeah, we gotta
just leave it
start
up.
from the beginning.
Hey, everyone, welcome to 4Player.
Hey, I'll tell you this:
Podcast.
it's coming out first, I think, on PlayStation 4, and like a few months later.
And I think it's a
Timed
console
exclusive.
exclusive. Timed exclusive.
Shit.
yeah. So
You know,
It
it'll
looks
come to
so
Steam, though.
good.
Oh, eventually it'll come to Steam. Yeah.
Fuck you, it looks good.
yeah, it looks like a true return to form. Like, it looks like a true sequel to Valkyria Chronicles 1. Which
She must
is,
be cold.
Yeah.
They must all be
A lot of emphasis on snow in these environments, but we have kind of seen intermittent throughout the trailers and footage they've shown. Lots of different environments that were not snow covered, which was something I voiced some concerns about a few weeks ago.
Right.
So that's nice to
There
see.
you go.
Yeah, look at that. It looks
Like
beautiful.
an artillery lancer.
Springtime.
Oh man.
So there's new
Keep going.
classes.
Yeah, I'm
Keep going with that, Crispy.
I would certainly hope. Although I don't know, you'd probably have to ask Brad about this because I'm not sure if these are new classes to the series or new classes to like if this is the first time they're appearing in this game, because there's been 2 other Valkyria Chronicles games since Valkyria Chronicles 1, but they were all on the PSP.
PSPs.
So none of us played it. I know Brad played them, so he'd
He
probably
did.
be able to tell you more. But yeah, man, it looks fucking cool, and I
Oh,
am
look
ready.
at that.
Oh my god,
A
he's
medic
got
Sheba. It's a medic Sheba.
He's
Oh.
got a little hat.
Technology
Little
in
pouches.
chat says it's a new class called the Grenadier.
Oh, nice. Grenadier.
Valkyria Chronicles 2 added a shield melee class. So yeah, it seems like they're adding
Damn.
1 or 2 new classes per game, which is cool.
Can't fucking wait.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I wonder if we'll see, because this has been kind of a trend lately. I wonder if we'll see Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 ever come to PS4.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Because it seems like there's no reason to keep them limited to the PSP.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Especially
say no
since
to the
that system
idea.
is pretty much fucking dead.
I've played a little bit of Valkyria Chronicles 2, and it's all right, but Brad talked a lot about this. Like the big kind of like part about it is that the maps are so fucking segmented.
Oh.
Like it's not. I
think that was a
lacks
limitation
that
of the
magic.
console.
It really was.
That was the problem.
That it lacks that magic though, because like you literally can only go like 50 yards, and then you have to load into a new area of the map.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool. Maybe
it's
that's
weird.
that seems like a technical limitation. Maybe
It is, and
was.
it's something that similar
But-
maybe
but I
to
mean, if
like
they're
Wind
porting
Waker.
it-
I mean, if they're porting it, it would probably still have that. But if someone did,
Well, that's what I'm
something-
saying. Like similar to Wind Waker, when they re-released it on Switch,
They fixed a lot.
sorry, Wii U,
A lot
they
of their issues.
they fix up a bunch of the console limitations. So potentially, if they were to port it to a new console, there would be no. I mean, I would say there could be no reason.
It would
They
really-
maybe could have quite difficult to do, which is maybe why it hasn't happened yet.
It would
but-
really just hinge upon how lazy lazy or not lazy they would get with porting those 2 games. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Lazy.
it doesn't even matter because Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming, and
Looks
that's
dope.
So that's pretty fucking dope.
Looks
So,
dope.
moving on this list, we have here's a big one.
Mhm.
We're
Little
getting
indie
in,
title.
Honestly, I was actually talking about this last night when I was playing Hellblade because it reminded me. I got a lot of vibes.
Yes.
On that Hellblade's more Norse mythology,
yeah.
whereas God of War
Yes.
is more Greek.
Norse mythology now.
Well, yeah,
Oh, I
it
guess
is now.
now. So now it is Norse mythology.
Yeah, so now they have a lot
for
in
this
common.
game. Yeah.
And Hellblade is very, especially after they started showing gameplay of God of War. When I was playing Hellblade, that you start to notice the similarities in terms of like the way the camera's positioned in these games. Because
Honestly,
it used to be totally
Hellblade got
different.
me excited for God of War.
yeah, totally. It's gonna be like God of War is gonna be just like, I mean, I hate to say it, but the budget's like way bigger. So it's gonna be like
totally.
all the things that were fucking so cool about Hellblade.
Here's a question though,
Maybe like
Nick.
this, but
Do you
better.
think God of War will have better sound design?
No way. I don't. I think Hellblade kind of has some of the. I think it might have some of the best audio design I've ever.
Which is crazy
experienced
since
in a
they don't
game.
have like I don't want to say real actors, but I mean the voice actors and stuff aren't like they're nobodies kind of.
But
so,
it has more to do with the way they
the way it's
they,
way they handle it.
the way they handled it. But God of War, and this we're getting into to be determined announced or release date territory here.
Mhm.
This is
But
although
there is a leaked release date.
there is a leaked release date.
Supposedly.
We
Oh,
don't
I
know
didn't
if
hear
it's-
about this.
We don't know if it's confirmed, but it looks like
What is the leaked date?
March.
End of
Holy
March.
shit.
Like end of March, right around the same time as
Wow.
like 4 other games that we
Yep.
know are coming out.
7.
Wow.
I did a count. There's 7 fucking titles launching within 7 days of that,
Jesus.
Good God of War,
including Yakuza 6.
guys. let's talk about God of War. Do we have footage of this? I don't remember.
No, we do not.
God of
But I think
War.
we didn't just because we've seen a lot of footage.
Yeah.
We talked about it a lot.
Crispy looks like he wants to say something.
No, I don't. I mean, God of War looks great. It looks really cool. It looks fun. I really like the change in
Mythology
scenery, in scenery. But like, I don't. How much do you want to really spend on this? You know?
Well, they are doing something. One thing that's I think really unique to this game that could, if they lean into it, if they do enough with it, could make this really stand out for the series. And that's the whole introduction of his son being like a major component of the combat.
Do you think they're gonna pull like Red Dead Redemption?
Dude, I hope so. Because
His son's so tiny.
but I mean, like I'm assuming by the end of the game,
Yeah, maybe.
it's gonna be like setting him up to
He's
take
the,
his father's place.
every 10 minutes in the
That's my
game, you
guess.
have to turn around and just shove a bunch of protein down your son's throat.
No,
Grow, bitch, grow.
I mean, whatever this could, this game just could be kind of like laying the groundwork for whatever comes next for the series.
It
Which,
could, yeah.
what if his son is kind of they're setting him up to be the next?
Well, the thing is,
God
his
of War.
son seemed to have more. I don't want to say like magical powers, but he was like warping and shit.
Yeah.
in like the trailers and stuff
He
that we've
like
seen.
shoot electric arrows.
Yeah, he seemed. So I don't know. Maybe
Like people thought for a while that he was like Thor.
and that son's name was Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who fucking knows?
we'll see.
But
I'm
it
excited.
looks-
We're all excited. It looks fucking good.
It looks fucking amazing. I just think it's funny that they killed every they were kind of their hands were kind of forced to switch mythologies because
Yeah.
he killed
Yeah,
everyone.
He destroyed all of Greek mythology.
There's,
Like, they
there
could've
was
just-
nobody left.
They could have rebooted the series and then
Yeah.
started over, but instead they're like, no, this is
and
continuation.
instead, they're like, "Hey, now let's kill some other guys."
This is a
Nah.
straight up sequel. I didn't expect this. Like straight up sequel.
Do you
still featuring
eventually?
Kratos.
Do you think once they get through all the Norse gods and maybe do some Romans, do you think they'll eventually try and kill God?
God?
Yeah, well, like they'll start with Jesus,
we
obviously.
can only hope? I'm
Do you
sorry.
think Kratos will kill Jesus?
like
and he's
the-
like, "I'm coming for you next, God."
Like the Abrahamic, like
Yes.
Judeo-Christian.
So does that mean like in the
God,
meantime?
Allah?
Yeah, Allah.
Like-
But they'll
Yeah.
have to make like mini bosses out of the three
Jehovah.
wise
I
men
don't think
and
you can
like
do that.
Why not?
I don't
Wait, the
know.
wise men weren't anything. They were just dudes. Kratos will just
And
walk
you know
up
what?
and smack him to
You
death.
know what? Kratos will kill those dudes.
He would. Yes.
Because Kratos will kill everyone.
Yeah.
When's he gonna kill himself?
What if that happens in this game?
Oh
I don't
my
know. I'm
God.
fucking excited. That's coming out in March.
Oh,
It's looking like March. Who knows? Maybe they'll spare us and push it back a little bit. Another game we don't know a release date for, which we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much new
No,
stuff
we haven't seen
about
it since
yeah.
E3. It's been kind of quiet.
What happened to all the information about this game?
Days gone.
Days gone.
we have an entire highlight clip devoted to that joke.
I'm
We
so
do.
glad Crispy set
Days
me up
gone.
for that. Days gone. It's
That's that is the real value of this game existing. Is that one tired joke?
I'm
I
not
feel
tired
like.
of it yet.
I feel
I don't know what you're
He was
talking about.
tired like 2 weeks after they've revealed the game.
It's dead.
Only Brad can
So
find a way to
let's keep trotting it out every chance we get.
Only Brad can find a way to make a game that isn't even out yet feel tired. Anyways, Days Gone.
Days gone.
I can't even say it without sounding like
Days
I'm saying
Gone?
Days Gone.
Yeah.
Days Gone is from Sony Bend.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually their first. This is like their first thing on
Yes.
console, right? They've
Correct.
been doing largely portable
Yes.
games up
Yeah,
until this point.
Right.
It's been a long time.
This is
too.
them moving up to the triple A's.
Yeah. So and it looks, it looks very World War Z in some like
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
the, a lot
No,
of
it does.
you know because
Yeah.
the way they did
The way that the zombies hoard and run and pile up on top of each other, yeah.
like for the most part I feel like I'm kind of done with zombies, or at least I need like a good long break from zombies. But then I think about like I've never really played a game where the zombies were so fucking aggressive that it's just like panic inducing.
Yeah.
I feel like that game, if they do it right in certain like set piece moments, could literally be panic inducing.
Probably.
I bet it's gonna be a cool game.
Yeah,
I bet it's gonna be fun. Gonna be an interesting take on like zombie swarms. The whole like Walking Dead meets Sons of Anarchy thing is a little
That is
meh
kinda
to
weird.
me.
I don't know
Yeah.
how far
Like,
they're leaning into the whole
not really, like-
motorcycle thing. I think that's just kind
I
of
don't know
his,
for sure, but
his means of
I'm sure
traversing.
it plays into the characterization of the whatever
dude.
his name is. Yeah.
Also, like I'm calling here. I think there's. This is probably a safe bet. I think there's probably going to be some twists
You think he'll be force sensitive?
Maybe.
He'll be immune.
He is.
But who trained him? Where did he
Oh.
come from?
That's a good question.
It's really important.
You know, it's the same guy who played Starkiller in.
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm about to say that's where the joke's coming
Yeah.
from. But you know, like I just feel like I'm not even saying there's gonna be like a twist at the end of the game. I'm feeling like there's gonna be some big thing they're gonna like announce before the game comes out. It's like, oh, that's the game's like hook.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's its
Kind
thing,
of
yeah.
like I don't. Maybe this is not the best example, but like The Last of Us, the whole thing with
Like
Ellie.
like
I don't
a,
wanna
for
spoil.
example, like a greater strategy element where you're base building. and
Yeah.
shit
I feel like
that.
it's going to be more than just another zombie game. I'm hoping there's going to be some kind of like spin on that trope.
It has
that
zombie bears. It
It
has
does.
that.
This is the first game I can think of where
Zombears?
zombieism, quote unquote, is like in fact affecting other things other than.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
not. Those aren't zombie. I mean,
Oh,
okay, dogs.
come on.
All right,
You
fuck
Dogs,
off.
elephants, like tigers.
Okay, first of all,
you name
just
it.
said elephants like that was in anything other than.
Outbreak.
Well, actually,
What do you think I was about to just say, Chris Davis? Nobody cares about Outbreak. That shit.
People care about Outbreak,
Outbreak
man.
can suck a dick.
People have brought back the ability to play that fucking game.
I know, and they wasted their time.
what are we talking about?
I'm sorry. We're getting off on a tangent here. I like Gamerbeck's Zombear Pig.
You're gonna-
I think this game could go either way, and I hope it goes well. But if it doesn't, there's a lot of other great games coming out this year, like perhaps possibly this next one.
Detroit Become Human.
Oh man!
So
Oh.
this is a game I was hyped and then very down on.
and then very unhyped.
And then when I played it at E3,
Then kinda hyped,
holy
yeah.
shit! That's when it got me.
Dude, I'm super
Okay.
hyped for like the concept and like, but my biggest concern always lies. I think this is true of most people who are familiar with this studio.
Mhm.
Of course, lies in David Cage
David
and like his
Cage.
ability to like
To be David Cage.
to deliver a satisfying story. And I'll be honest, I liked Heavy Rain more than
And
most
that's
even.
fine. But I think one of the things this game has going for it is, that detective hook in Heavy Rain wasn't that good.
Yeah,
You didn't really do that much.
I just really like
yeah.
I just really like the noir
there like the
and the
I think
tone and atmosphere of that game.
I like where this game is going. Like I said, I didn't really feel that until I got a hold of it and I actually got to play as that android guy,
Yeah.
kind of, going over the crime scene and gathering evidence and being able
Oh,
to
is that
replay.
hostage scene?
Yes,
Oh my
I got
God.
to do that.
All that stuff, like the stuff we're doing with the androids, seems really cool.
And holy shit,
Yeah.
like I really felt like what I was doing, like when it got time, when I gathered all the evidence and I went out to confront him, he was holding the girl hostage. I really felt like my decisions were making a fucking impact.
That's-
And like when it pops up, it's like, what do I say to this guy? And I ended up dying, I think, as the android.
Really?
I saved the girl, but I died.
you selfish bitch.
And now I really wish I could remember what I did.
Did our feed just die?
I don't think so.
Everyone's saying that we're lagging like crazy.
dropping frames.
We're dropping
I didn't do it.
frames.
It's not me.
Sorry, bear with us for just a moment.
I am actually excited about this
Bear
game
with
because
us.
of the subject matter and the themes that they are inevitably going to be running into. But thinking of David Cage, I can't not think of that line from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place where he's like, I've known writers who use subtext and they're all cowards.
Dude.
That's kind of how we write.
Dude, the best thing I think I've ever seen that summed up my concerns about David Cage were it was actually a screenshot of the demo for Detroit, and it said, if anybody is confused about the concerns about David Cage's writing ability, this screenshot sums it up perfectly. And it was a picture of the android walking towards to go outside or whatever, and
Correct.
the android's walking, and it has the word android written on its
On the
back.
back,
It was
yeah.
like, only
Yeah.
David Cage would feel
Yeah.
the need to write android
And-
on the android's back.
Yeah.
Because people were, too confused to figure out these.
Well,
the
they also
little
had the
glowing
fucking
circles.
blue lights
Yeah,
in their
they're all
heads.
fake.
Yeah, I know. Like, so why do you have to put the word android on his
Well,
back?
I mean, I think it's because you're in that day and age where
That might be
androids very
nitpicking.
much look like humans. Like you want them to stand out. And honestly,
That might be
hold on,
nitpicking
hold
at
on.
this
No, that's not nitpicking. I can tell you exactly why. One of the things it surrounds is this whole divide between humans and androids. There's this whole thing going on, and there's actually a subplot in the game where these two androids are kind of trying to, like, I don't want to say take over, but they're trying to be like, hey, you treat us like shit. but you shouldn't. We're androids, but we have like emotions or whatever. And so I think since this is an android on the police force, they made it very obvious that, hey, by the way, we use androids. This is who this is. He's an android.
There's a certain level of paranoia.
No, there is. And
the
actually,
world,
one of the things that happens is one of those scenes when you first show up to the crime scene, the mother is there, and she's like, why did they send you? Like, why did they send one of you? Like, and she's like freaking out because it's an android hostage negotiator instead of a human. And
all those things seem really cool. And obviously it's going to touch on things like androids becoming sentient or like developing human emotions and that kind of thing. And that, I think when done right, that subject matter can be really, really fascinating. I hope it doesn't fumble. But we'll see. It definitely looks interesting. I'm going to play the shit out of it for sure. We are definitely dropping frames and
I'll just restart the feed.
Yeah, I can restart it and see what happens. Yeah, just keep going. It's an audio podcast.
I can't see the list. I don't know what's
and
next.
A video podcast too.
I don't know what's next.
God damn it,
Nick. Shit, Spider-Man. Woo! We have footage to roll for that.
Yeah, we do.
So give us just a moment here. And
No, that's fine. Just talk about Spider-Man.
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 Fucking Spider-Man.
We're all pretty excited for it.
Spider-Man. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am.
This game's gonna be dope. I hope it doesn't suck. It won't suck.
We're all excited.
It won't
for
suck,
it.
right? It'll be cool.
I mean, I hope.
Peter looks kind of weird.
He does. I think all the people in this game
there's
look
a
kind
scene
of
where you
weird.
see Aunt May, and I was like,
There
oh
she
man,
is.
Aunt May looks really detailed and good. And then I see Peter, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's...
Peter
he
just
needs
kind of
some-
looks like
Peter needs some work.
build your own white guy. Like,
Oh my god. Man, we're dropping frames still. Anyways, Spider-Man looks totally fucking dope. I love the villain they've chosen to highlight, at least. I don't know if... I'm wondering if they're going to pull, like, a switcheroo on this. If, like, Mr. Negative is, like, the true villain for this game. Because, like, they're using him all over the place. So he's, like, he is the main villain they are promoting for this game.
Man.
Which could be totally dope. I hope they run with it.
As per like Spider-Man game tradition, you're going to get tons of other like classic villains.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure there will be some like C-listers who pop up. As,
They'll do
like,
the Rhino. They'll do like the Scorpion.
Shocker will probably get his fucking just desserts as he has been.
In fact, they show Shocker in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
I think the biggest thing that we've kind of noticed, especially watching this trailer, is that the fact that it looks like you actually, at least for portions, get to play as other characters like Mary Jane. I don't know if that's a thing that happens often, but there's definitely a scene there that implies that you're actually controlling her.
There's probably a couple
in the
brief
bank.
instances.
But yeah, it seems like they have a certain reverence for the character and this certainly looks like the production values are super high, and like this has the potential to. Yeah, there's a Shocker. This has the potential to hopefully become like. I hate to draw the comparison, but like, the Arkham of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah,
Arkham did fucking phenomenal things.
That's a fair comparison. I mean, there's not that many great superhero games out there,
And there's not a whole lot of studios that can pull this off.
Yeah, and technology
it's Sucker Punch and Insomniac in my book.
And technology is caught up enough that like they can finally do some like really interesting things with superheroes and the worlds, whatever that they're building.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes.
I do too.
What if there is one villain that they could surprise you with in this game, Crispy?
Oh,
who
like
would
a
it be?
Spider-Man villain?
Well, of course,
I
Spider-Man.
don't know.
Dude, he has one of the best, like one of my favorite rogues galleries. Come on,
He's
let's go.
got. I disagree with that, but like I feel like a lot of the ones that you would have seen like in the cartoon show from the 90s or like you would have seen in the movies have kind of been done to death because those are the ones that are recognizable. Mr. Negative is relatively new. Like, he came
That's
about.
why I think he's a great choice.
Yeah, he's only been out and about for like 10 years or so. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was like after Civil War when he started becoming a thing. So that was a great choice. Awesome choice. I applaud that. I applaud making him the central baddie for the whole thing. I don't know who would surprise me though. I would be surprised if they got into like some more of the Spider-Verse shit, like a Spider-Gwen showed up. Or something.
That would be cool.
Or I would be
She's kind of
surprised
blowing up right now too.
if other non-Spider-Man like Marvel characters popped in. I would be kind of surprised. I don't know. Like what are you gonna do? Like Green Goblin shows up? Like that would be.
They've
a
never
big
done
thing.
Hobgoblin.
They've never done Hobgoblin. That's not true. Didn't they do Hobgoblin in like one of the old PlayStation 1 games or something?
Not in the first one,
Oh, I didn't play those.
because I
don't
played the
remember.
shit out of the first one.
A lot of the Spider-Man
Second
games
one was
that I've
Intro
played-
Electro.
I mean, as long as they don't like, I don't know. if we can go a whole Spider-Man game without getting into like
The symbiotes.
Venom and the symbiotes and stuff,
Yeah.
I'll take that as a win. You know?
I kind of
I would be okay.
I kind of like
Either
the
way.
idea of them doing Mysterio, but like have him play like the Scarecrow, or he messes with Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did Mysterio in one of them.
They did Mysterio in all the Sam Raimi movie ones.
Yeah.
Like he was like kind of a joke basically.
Yeah.
And he was played by Bruce Campbell in those.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
And those were fucking great. I think I love Mysterio as a character, but I also kind of love him as a joke. So
Yeah.
But I feel like you could do something interesting with that character.
Dude,
Sure.
it seems like they're doing really interesting things in this game, so I think,
we'll see.
we'll see what
happens.
Yeah.
As long as
Anyways.
it's not Thanos.
What if the Punisher shows up as a villain?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be-
Punisher as a villain for Spider-Man, I think, is really cool.
Holy
I
shit.
think they could also do like Daredevil and Black Cat and like so many other like New York focused heroes.
For
Yeah.
sure. Most of the Marvel universe lives in New York City,
Daredevil.
so it
Good
could be
2/3
anybody.
of them, it feels like.
It could be anybody.
Dude,
Really.
I don't know. I'm just so fucking excited. to
I
see this
hope
game.
they don't.
I hope
they're
this
not
game
like.
doesn't like turn out to like suck, like because we haven't seen a lot of the free roaming stuff, like
Right.
the open world stuff. So, that's kind of the
Everything
thing
we've
they've
seen has been these like scripted set pieces.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Spider-Man has always been really good at doing the open world stuff. It's the other things that this seems to be doing really well that it has always kind of stumbled on.
sure.
So I'm hoping that maybe this kind of finds the middle ground and meet in the middle and revives everything. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
we'll see. What do we have next?
next we have this game was actually announced earlier this year at one of the events. I think it was what was that Gamescom?
Games, yeah.
Yeah, they announced as a game Concrete Genie from Pixel Opus, which is as of right now no solid release date on it. But whatever, and I don't know a lot about this game other than the fact that I think it looks fucking beautiful.
I think it looks beautiful, but I also think it looks boring.
It does.
My
I mean,
opinion.
I want
Nothing really impressed me.
I want to know what the fucking mechanic is.
No,
Like,
yeah, I agree.
It seems it's kind of centered around like street art and graffiti, that kind of thing.
Correct.
Which there's been some pretty big games, pretty popular games that have kind of played off that have done really cool things with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the weird thing is that this game kind of also reminds me very strongly of Infamous.
Oh
Second
no, I
Son.
definitely get Second Son vibes from it.
Like for a minute, I was like, "Are they making a game about that character from Infamous Second Son?" Like, but not about Infamous. Like that's what I thought. Because in that game, he was like a big street artist and he was
Correct.
running. So like I don't know, like the character.
Well, he is for the first like 20 minutes, and then you never really do it again.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, you can find things around the city.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, I do forget. Yeah, they're
Remember you
like
get to
the
shake
collectible things
you
you
get to
do.
shake the controller
Okay, I
against the
forgot.
thing and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was so.
That was so
Fucking
I forgot.
Zach.
I
Shut your
forgot.
mouth, Crispy. That was cool. But yeah, I don't know a lot about this game yet. But it looks cool, and I'm hoping like you said, I'm hoping whatever it proves to ultimately be is fun.
Mhm.
But we'll find out more about that soon. I'm sure that'll be out. I'm sure that'll make it out this year. It seems kind of like
Oh no, yeah, I
it's
think
probably
it
a downloadable title, but we'll find out more about that soon. The next game is a bigger game that is a
Yep.
lot to
Process.
Dreams. The next
Li-
game from Media
will.
Molecule.
Little Big Planet 3D.
Yeah, but it's also like
I know
been
it's
hearing
more than
people-
that. It's more than that.
I've been hearing people talk about their recent hands-on with this game, and I don't even know how to process what the fuck they're talking about. It's basically like game development.
The game.
The game.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
It's going to be pretty intense.
It gives you the ability to like do all kinds of crazy shit development wise, and it also gives you the ability to collaborate, which is like,
I am looking forward to the benefits you'll get from a more modern internet communication between how easy it is
Like, you
to
could, like,
create something and then let someone else do it and interact with each
you
other.
could like specialize. Like if you're someone who is like an aspiring voice actor, you could like do your own voice acting and then like sell. Like you can basically kind of sell yourself as like I'm
Well,
a voice actor.
Don't use it that way.
I know,
mean,
that's
yeah,
not what
you can easily connect with other people to provide goods and services,
Yes.
mainly services, across this game platform. So yeah, there's a lot of potential.
You can like record audio with your phone and upload audio clips and like.
I don't know how good the quality is going to be.
I
but
have no idea how good the quality is, but like people have been coming away from this thing really positive about it, and like it sounds like there's gonna be some really cool community created stuff.
This game
Incredibly
really needs
ambitious.
like a developer video series.
Oh, no,
talking about
they're gonna
exactly
have
how
to.
this fucking game works.
Probably, and I'm sure it'll get that. It's also one of those things like I think it's fascinating, and I'm excited to see what the community does with it. But I also know I will never take the time, put the time and effort into doing it myself. Is my mic on?
it should be.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, it looks like it.
I guess
know,
you just need to talk maybe
It
a little
just
bit
feels
closer, or a
really
little louder.
low.
I bet you within 3 days of the launch of this game, people will have created E1M1 from Doom.
Of course, without a doubt.
It's a rule.
And
what
they'll
you do
probably
with-
do Super Mario 1-1. We'll see.
Well, I mean, no, they. I mean, that's what they did with Trials Evolution.
Yeah,
So they might as well do it in here.
of course. And we have one more game on the Sony list, and that is now. This is also probably the biggest gamble.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen because I'm willing it to happen.
Oh, actually, sorry, not the biggest gamble because we didn't really we put Death Stranding on the graphic there.
That's not a gamble. We know that's not coming.
That's not coming out this year.
There's no way.
I put that up there mostly because I just fucking felt like it.
It's
But-
exciting.
You heard it here first. Nick made it, not me.
No. Well, yeah, I did totally put it up there. Jaeger put it in the thumbnail for the tweet, so I just followed his lead and put it in the
So
thing.
it's all Jaeger's fault.
But they are going to make an announcement soon about they're saying that the development of that game is going super fast,
Yeah.
which doesn't necessarily surprise me. It seems like they've come a long way in a relatively short amount of time.
Well,
But
Kojima
anyways,
games, they take like fucking forever.
yeah. Well, I mean,
hold on.
4
hold on,
years
Hold
of
on.
not
Hold on.
normal.
Kojima games under Konami take forever.
yeah.
Maybe now that he has free reign, I don't know how much free reign he had before. I mean, you think he'd have some because it's Kojima.
Also,
but
there's-
I'm hoping that now that he has his own development studio and he's getting to do whatever the fuck he wants, and he doesn't have to ask for permission, that maybe things will just happen. I don't think you understand like how difficult it can be in development when you do something and you work on something, and then the higher ups are like, "Nah, that's wrong. Do it this way." All your work goes to shit and you have to start over.
Yeah.
I think now that he has that ability, that roadblock doesn't exist, that anything that like they want to happen
Technically,
happens.
Sony
I'm
could
gonna-
still do that.
So,
but-
well, Sony
I'm
can.
gonna hit you with the inverse of that.
Hit me with it.
In that creatives
Oh,
tend to take longer
correct.
when they have no stricture and no people putting
It is good to be able to
goalposts
tell
and
someone.
timelines on them.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look at someone like
so
Chris
this
Hecker.
game could be in development
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Correct.
Like-
Hopefully,
But,
it's not.
The only thing we can say about it with certainty is that Kojima is teasing an announcement they're going to make in February about this game that he says is going to blow people's minds.
We've just decided that you're gonna play the game with a controller.
Oh shit! Confirmed.
I want to assume that this announcement is them basically saying, "Yeah, we've decided to partner with another developer to help finish this game."
What?
Like, not okay. Maybe I worded that wrong, but like
You
to
did.
speed along development.
I don't know.
Like,
It could go either. It could go either
Platinum
way.
can make a game in 9 weeks.
You know
I
what?
mean,
I'm hoping it's a gameplay debut. That's what I'm
Hopefully,
hoping.
that'd be cool.
By the way, we're
That would be
still not
nice.
talking about the game I was talking
Yeah,
about
sorry.
earlier.
Yeah, back
That's
to
right.
the
We
original
haven't- we got-
game.
The
we
one
got-
I was willing
the
to come
real-
out this
the-
year.
The real shot in the dark,
That's why we
which,
should
is,
just
which
say
has an
the
actual
title.
chance of coming out this year or in 2018, but is probably not going to.
You mean it's going to?
I'm sorry, it's going to.
you
The
really
Last of
hope.
Us Part 2.
Yeah.
God, I hope so. I fucking hope so.
want it
Mercy
to.
me. This is the one I'm waiting for.
It's gonna come out. I'd have to bring up a calendar. Let me bring up a calendar real quick. You're gonna hear first, guys.
Are you guessing?
No, I'm not guessing. I know.
You
I've
know.
seen the
No.
future. I've seen the future, and that on
the Oracle.
the
Save on
last
your phone.
The Last of Us 2 is coming out November 27th, 2018.
Whoa!
November-
Why
That's
that?
when The Last of Us came out.
No, that's when
What's-
this one's coming out.
No.
What about that? What about that conjunction of mystical energies has brought you to that date?
Science.
Science.
Or is it like
Science.
the day after Black Friday or the Tuesday after Black Friday or something?
No, that's just when it's coming out.
Is that the
That's
date?
what's
He's
coming out.
basing this
original
off of
came
the
out?
release. Is that when they've released every fucking Naughty
Nope.
Dog game that's come out?
No. Do you think I did research?
Yes.
I
So-
didn't.
So
I promise
Shot in
you.
the dark here. What happens if you're wrong?
I'm not.
Hot dog bet?
Oh,
Hot dog bet?
Sure, I will eat a hot dog.
That's not how these bets works. That's not how these bets work.
Okay,
It's not?
but it's uncooked, no bun, no chewing.
Oh, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. All right.
Shake on it.
I'm not shaking shit.
What is there to say about Last of Us Part 2? We know next to nothing right now.
Correct. We don't know anything. We saw footage of what we thought was something else. Turned out to be The Last of Us 2. That was kind of weird, especially when her wings got clipped or broken. Oh, fuck that, right?
Let's just say clipped.
Yeah, but I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the potential.
I want more Joel and Ellie.
I
God damn
think
it.
I like that's the thing. I know we're gonna get Joel and Ellie, and I'm almost in that debate on do I want this to be like
No, but haven't you heard? Joel's a ghost in this one.
oh
Dude, I'm gonna laugh so hard when that's true.
Such bullshit.
That is.
for me it's more of like I whenever I thought about The Last of Us 2 I couldn't imagine it being anything but Joel and Ellie. But now I'm like I could see them doing something unique.
This was the game where, like, when that game ended, people were like, just leave it at that. We never want
Don't
to see
touch
this.
it,
We
yeah.
don't ever touch it. Lightning, is not going to strike
lightning
twice.
in a bottle.
Just
Oh.
leave it as it is. We don't want to see a sequel. And then they announce it and they show the trailer and like, okay, maybe
We're
we'll
like,
ta-
okay,
we'll
fine. If it exists, just give it to us. Shut up and give it to us.
Yeah, we'll take another one. That's-
Fix.
I think this game is gonna end with Ellie going all like Queen of Blades of the Cordyceps zombies, like from StarCraft. She's gonna go all
Okay.
fucking Sarah Kerrigan.
See,
That's not an actual prediction. That was a joke. I'm sorry. Sorry, it wasn't funny.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Last of Us 2, I think that's high up on all of our lists.
It is.
For next year.
I am
All right,
so
And
that's
that's
it
it.
for Sony.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another long list from Microsoft.
wow.
God damn!
Where's
look
all
at
the
this.
Microsoft games?
Oh my god, this I'm so okay. I don't want to.
We're
see,
missing something, right?
That's what I thought.
There isn't a new Halo or some shit.
Not
They haven't
confirmed for
announced
this
one.
year.
Oh,
This is so sad because I want Microsoft to be successful. I want,
Who
and
doesn't?
especially on a year like their E3 press conference this year was really good, but it was all multi-platform stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
They showed 45 games this year at E3.
Yep.
and a lot of them looked really cool.
And exactly 4 of them weren't multiplayer.
yeah.
Actually, you're missing one.
What?
Below.
Oh, blow me.
ah,
not
Wait, isn't that
coming out.
PC as well?
Is it?
Probably.
That
thought
might be.
it-
That might
Well,
be.
no,
supposedly
this
exclusive.
list is Xbox One PC.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yes,
Well,
that's what
fuck.
this list is.
All right. Well,
Nick, every game that comes out on the Xbox from now on will also come out on
true.
PC.
True.
Which is great.
first
Depends on-
one.
Depends on how you look at it. A lot of people are kind of feeling screwed. But, anyways, let's start this list.
Yep. Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves
Pirates.
comes out March 20th.
Yep. Still don't really know what the game is. I know how the gameplay works.
I think we do.
But
I think
I-
we're picking up something that isn't there and going, "Where's the rest of it?"
Where's
Yeah, I think that is exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for them to tell me what the game is, even though they've already told me.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
what it
nope,
is?
there it is.
Like
Yeah.
they're
That's
not giving
the
us a
game.
proper meta game. They're not giving us like overall strategy.
I think this game looks like it has potential.
Sure.
But I also feel like it's a game I'm probably not going to play. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this comes out and it gets like rave reviews and it's like, oh shit,
That would be
I'm
good.
going to play this.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to convince me to play a game like this, which is very heavily reliant on multiplayer. It just doesn't happen very often. So I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, there's footage for this.
I
Oh
forgot.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about
There it
this.
is.
It looks charming as hell, and
Oh,
it is
sure.
rare. I don't know how much how much weight Rare's name has these days.
I don't think it does anymore. I
Not
mean,
much.
So many people have left the fucking company.
I mean, it's definitely not the same company that made Banjo Kazooie and all that.
Oh, no.
I bet this is the game that brings it back.
You think so?
Nah,
taking
maybe. It'd be nice, right?
Like I said, I had a lot of hopes for this game.
Taking
Like
a
when
bold stance.
when I first heard of it, I saw a lot of potential in it being like a multiplayer, where it's almost like capture the flag-esque, where it's all about. And these aren't matches that are like 10 minutes long. These are like hour-long matches, where it's you on a ship and you're sailing to an island to get some booty.
What is going on there?
And then once you got the booty, you try and take it back to your base. But if someone can like somehow stop you on the way, they can steal it if they sink your ship or something. That's kind of what I was hoping it was going to be, but it doesn't seem seem like it's going to be that. And I
Wait,
still really don't
Has
know.
anybody noticed?
The thing with
This
the
is
portal?
this is footage I haven't seen yet, and there's like fucking ghost pirates and shit.
This-
What? Maybe
No,
there is more.
the portal thing. It's their way of addressing like the afterlife and coming back and respawning.
Oh, that's
Not
they're
nearly
pulling
as
a
cool as you
Prey
thought.
1 basically.
fuck you guys.
Has anyone noticed that the water, like the ocean in this game, looks ridiculously good? compared to
Water
everything
technology has definitely come a long way. And honestly, anytime new technology comes out, water is one of the first things people
No,
try
I know,
to
dude.
do and work
You
on.
wanna talk
It's
about pretty
like,
water?
It kind of clashes with the rest of their art style, though.
Yeah,
like
I can
everything
see it.
else is
It's
like
very
too
cartoony. It's very
cartoony.
like Monkey Island-esque, and
And then
the
that water looks
is-
better than Black Flag.
I want to drink it.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
Swim
Well,
in
it's
that
very
water.
salty water. No,
That's all right.
Just FYI.
Salty. So
Sorry,
salty.
I want to cook some potatoes in it.
There you go.
But hey, I don't
Or
know.
some
This
pasta.
footage looks kind of bananas.
Can you say that because there's a banana in the
Yeah,
footage? Nick?
I didn't time it well. There was
Yeah.
a minute ago.
What-
He was actually holding a banana, and
What
I
is
missed
it
my
with-
opportunity.
Pirates eating bananas incorrectly.
What?
He just holds the banana unpeeled and goes, oh,
Yeah.
like eats it.
Yeah,
Why not?
someone should probably tell him.
No, that was a meme for a
Are
while.
you sure he
and-
didn't like squeeze it into his mouth?
No.
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
I'm kind of excited about this game. I hope it
See,
works
here we go.
out.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Is it just
I hope you're all wrong. And I
theoretically
hope
speaking?
you burn in hell.
Theoretically speaking, if say we all play this,
Mhm.
everyone's getting it on PC, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Well,
play
Nick,
it
you
multiplayer.
yeah.
I mean, I'll probably put it on PC too because I haven't turned my Xbox on in like a year.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right.
But supposedly there might be crossplay. So that's
a
what
lot
they're
of
saying.
a lot of Microsoft games are supposed to have crossplay between PC
well, then
and
maybe
Xbox
I'll
One.
buy it for Xbox and give my Xbox some exercise. State of Decay 2.
Holy fuck, dude!
Still
this
that-
is
we
this
saw-
was my best game of E3 2017.
I did not get to see this.
It's my game of
presentation.
show,
Let us hope it's twice as good as the original State of Decay. Because that game was great.
dude. It's god, man. Just,
They're
I-
talking
I-
about a fucking huge game.
It's gonna be it's gonna be like 4 times bigger, if not more, than the last one. A lot of like I talked about it a lot on the E3 podcast. If you want to hear me go into great detail, listen then because it was all fresh in my head. But some of the stuff in that just sounded great. A lot of characters have traits that really do affect how the community lives. And like oh, this guy is good at this, so he eats less food, so he takes up 1 less food in the community. Or this guy snores a lot, so he brings everyone's morale down and stuff. And I was talking with the guys, and I was like, man, like if
Did
someone
you kill the guy that's
I was like, someone's shitty, can I just like kill him? And he was like, why not? Like, sure.
I mean,
Who's
you
gonna
could
stop
exile
you?
people in the original game.
Yeah. Or what I would just do is if I didn't like him, I'd take him out and let him die.
Or I just go out at night and leave the door open so zombies get in.
There you go. But this one, it seems like there's a lot of potential. There is 4-player co-op, which I'm super excited for.
I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to play it if we all play it as a group.
Oh, definitely.
I think that'll be fun.
They've talked about how there's like drop in, drop out co-op too. Like if it's like you
That's
can
what the flare system is.
yeah, if you shoot up a flare, anybody who's online who has like acknowledged themselves as if anyone asks for help, I'm willing.
Yeah.
They'll get pulled into your game.
It's like setting
help
up a
you out.
sign in
Seamless?
Dark Souls or the
Yes.
bells in Bloodborne.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm pretty excited for
My
it.
body's ready for this. I never actually got far enough into State. I mean, I liked when I played
Oh,
State
you
of
should
Decay,
play it.
but at this point, it's kind of like
It's so
just-
good.
I kind of don't.
So good.
You're right. If State of Decay 1 was all that existed, I would go back and play it at some point. But at
Mm-hmm.
this point, it's kind of like if I'm.
There's also DLC for State
If
of
I'm
Decay
gonna play
1
State
Nick,
of
that's
Decay-
actually really good.
There's huge DLC for that game.
There's one of the DLCs is where you play as like a military crew going into like a city. So you're not
Yeah, I
in the
remember you
country,
talking about that
you're in the
one,
city, and you're going and rescuing people who are still trapped in the city, and it's fucking
Did
good.
you ever go into the center of the city though?
Oh yes, don't do it.
Like oh god, that was
Can't
so
recommend
hard.
it.
Death Central.
Death Central. Speaking of Death Central,
Speaking of games that never come out,
Crackdown 3.
yeah. Do you
Now-
remember when they were going to make this game based around cloud computing?
Now, while
Because they
Nolan-
had to.
Yeah.
While Nolan was enjoying his State of Decay 2 presentation
Mm-hmm.
at E3, I was watching the Crackdown 3 presentation.
Yep.
Now, I'm not trying to sound overtly negative because I actually liked what I saw. But I also realized that Crackdown as a series is not really something I care all that much about.
Until you play it and you get your first orb.
Yeah, it's and I saw some.
The first
some
one's
agility
free,
orbs.
Nick.
Saw some agility orbs in Crackdown 3.
That's why they call it Crackdown.
Yeah.
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 That part is certainly addicting.
Except for like the moving orbs in 2.
Mhm.
Like, fuck
Dude, those were the worst. Fucking chasing them. Oh god.
Did anybody really? I mean, I remember David really liking.
Dude, me
Crackdown
and
2,
David
but-
played a shit ton of this, and we would just spend hours running around collecting orbs.
Yeah. So I don't know. Crackdown 3 could surprise, but it's one of those games, like you said. It was at one point it was being built around cloud computing, and that is strictly only in the multiplayer, is what I hear. So it's not going to play
For the destructible environments and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's for destructible environments. That's not really the case anymore. So it sounds like the whole world isn't going to be destructible in single player.
That's not really feasible.
So they're kind of scaling it back a little bit. But
have they shown any of that actual destruction lately?
Not lately.
No, when I saw the demonstration, it was pure single player.
Yeah.
It looked polished. It looked fun, but it did not, really, get my hype.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the game.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Or is he just in the trailer?
We'll see.
Surely he's in the game.
He might have like one of those characters that says like 10
I should have
things.
asked him that. Why didn't I ask him that? I had an opportunity.
You were talking to Terry Crews?
No. I was
Last week
Every day.
at lunch.
and the last game on the Microsoft list is The Artful Escape.
Mm-hmm.
This is one I don't know a whole lot about.
This is the one I played at
E.
E3. It's that indie game where you play what's the word? You're a guy in like a band, kind of. I don't remember. You're running around. You go into the woods. You play some sweet guitar riffs.
Yeah.
Magical creatures appear. You do some fucking Close Encounters of the Third Kind back and forth with them. And then you're running around and music's going crazy and you're jumping up in the air and you're and you're like flying through the air and shit.
I remember this now.
It's fun. It's intense.
It looks cool, and it looks like it has a really slick art
Did I
style.
get footage for this one? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I didn't. I thought about it, but then I didn't.
Yeah, this is also another one of those games. They announced this at the Microsoft conference this year, right?
Correct.
Looks cool. Oh shit, that's a game that wasn't mentioned. I saw. I think Nolan and I both saw Ashen.
Was that a Microsoft exclusive?
Yeah, we saw it at the Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
booth.
Well, thanks, chat, for updating the doc because we forgot a fucking game. Scarecrow, this is on you. Go fuck yourself. Why didn't you update the doc?
Do our job!
I had like a 10-minute conversation with Chad about this last night. Like, I can't remember everything. Like, I can't. Like, and I talked about this with Chad. I was like, guys, go update that doc because I guarantee you I forgot things, and they're things I even care about.
We're gonna get to the multi-platform tab later. It's gonna be there, and be like, oh, sorry, Scarecrow.
And I don't think it's on here.
So I think my mic is off because I'm talking pretty loud, and it's not coming across.
Well, you can reseat it, or you can.
I'll do it.
We can vamp and.
Try it again, Nick.
Try now.
Testing 1 2 testing.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hope my mic hasn't been off.
Nick,
for like
how
this
about
whole show.
really-
hold on,
you don't
tilt
want-
it.
you
Tilt it
don't-
a bit. So it's tilt, not pan, tilt. Other way, yeah.
Rotate.
So
Wait,
the head of the mic
towards-
is farther away from you.
Oh, farther away.
There you go, like that. Yeah. How does that sound?
I don't know.
Honestly, you don't want too much Nick in this, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
Nick,
the
can you
host,
say a little
bitch.
more than I don't know?
What game were we talking about?
Ashen?
It sounds great. I think that's all you really needed.
Yep.
Fuck. I hope we didn't I hope the rest of the show sounded okay.
It's fine.
I don't have much to say about Ashen.
We
Cool.
saw it. Were you there with me, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks weird. It looks like Dark Soulsy a bit.
But supposedly like roguelike.
It is roguelike. It's I don't know.
The funny thing is when I picture this game in my head, because of the way it looks, the way its art style it shows, like in my head, since I haven't seen it since June, it's incomplete in my head. Like I'm picturing like a I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
Well, they're like faceless bodies is the weird
Yeah,
thing.
in my head, it doesn't look like a real
mannequins.
game. Like it looks like a kind of a
It's kind of a bit of a.
prototype for something. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a voxel game in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool though, and it's worth checking out. It's not. It didn't really get me super excited.
I don't know. I'm excited to see more of it.
I don't know if that's confirmed for 2018. Maybe it's not on the list because it's 2019. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
I don't even. I don't know if
That's
we have...
it for the extremely long Microsoft list.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is good because Sony took a while actually. So let's move on to Nintendo,
Which is like halfway between
this is-
Sony and Microsoft.
This one's not too long. And some of these will kind of glaze over pretty
Skip
quickly.
over that.
Dragon
Skip
Quest
over
Builders is
that.
coming. Owlboy is coming out. Bayonetta 1 and 2 That's
Getting
coming in
re-released
2018.
on the Switch.
I don't now. Bayonetta 3 ended up on this list, but I don't think that's 2018.
That's definitely that'd be a bit of a stretch.
If it does,
Bayonetta's hair.
If it does, I would say late 2018.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's an early.
If there
to
would have
mid
been gameplay footage at the awards, I would say yes for 2018.
But since they just showed like a logo,
But that doesn't mean they don't have it. Maybe
Yeah.
they're just saving it for something in a different event.
maybe it's just they forgot to program Bayonetta's hair on her body, so they couldn't show it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Lou.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know what? I just want to know what hairstyle she's rocking this time. At this point, I feel like
I thought it was long hair. I thought they showed that in like the very brief footage.
I'm
we saw.
gonna be disappointed if it's the long hair again.
I mean, why can't it be both?
Why can't you choose?
Why can't
she
you
just
choose?
grow her hair in
Chris
and out?
Davis?
What if she had different fighting styles that were different hairstyles?
There you go.
There
And
we go.
one where she's completely
Whoa,
bald.
we should be making Bayonetta 3.
Oh my
Doesn't that
god!
mean she's
I don't.
completely nude then.
I don't think they should trust us to make Bayonetta 3.
I don't think they know.
But all I know is I will gladly take more Bayonetta, and I already own Bayonetta 1 twice, and Bayonetta 2 once, and I'm considering picking up that combo pack on the Switch. I don't know, man.
You know what I'm
having
about to
some
say, right?
having some Bayonetta on the go sounds pretty nice. What?
You know what I'm about to say though, right?
No, I have no idea.
I look forward to playing
No,
Bayonetta
don't.
for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not as terrible as Shadow of the Colossus, but damn. Bayonetta's pretty damn good. And Bayonetta 3, I'm sure, is going to be great. It's funny because they didn't really say anything about who was making. I mean, it's all safe to assume it's Platinum Games.
No,
and
it's
Kamiya.
platinum.
Yeah.
Is
Kamiya
Kamiya working?
can pretty much confirmed it.
Okay. I wonder if he's working on, or I wonder if he's getting tired of making Bayonetta games.
He might be like a producer on it. I don't think he's like
For
the
someone
actual
who makes
director.
does really creative stuff and does something that's drastically
don't
different
know.
from one game to the next, I'm surprised he's at this
As-
point he's made 3
As
Bayonetta
into
games.
the cosplay as he seems to be, I don't think he is.
If I remember correctly, I think it's the director of 2 that's working on 3.
That's cool. I liked 2 a lot. In fact, there's a lot of stuff I liked about 2 more than 1. So her hairstyle being one of them.
So a few of these are kind of just untitled entries into
Yeah.
series that already exist.
Yeah, we know there are games coming. So in 2017, the Switch launch year, Nintendo had a huge year. We saw a new Zelda, we saw a new Mario, which is kind of like they blew their load in 2017. So it's kind of like right now, it's kind of like how do they top? Like, obviously, I think they have a really hard time topping 2017. But how do you even compete with 2017? So they have titles coming out in some pretty big franchises. They have an Untitled Fire Emblem game coming, and I wouldn't be surprised if that makes it out in 2018. Although, admittedly, we know nothing about this game. We have no idea what this game even looks like, how it plays. But it seems I would be surprised if this is not debuted in like a Nintendo Direct in early 2018.
Keep in mind there is a Nintendo Direct supposedly scheduled in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
Thanks, EA.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get details on the Fire Emblem game, and then this other game. There's an Untitled Yoshi game coming. Didn't we see a trailer for this Yoshi game though?
I don't recall.
I think we
Maybe.
did.
I feel like we saw this at E3.
Yeah.
We saw something.
the problem is
we didn't see a lot.
when they show off these Yoshi games, it's usually almost a developer diary practically.
Yeah.
And they all blend together in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's like a regular Yoshi or a yarn Yoshi or whatever.
But I feel like this is going to be the year where we get a lot of solid entries into maybe the B tier Nintendo franchises like Yoshi. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to call them B tier, but you know what I mean. They're not Mario. They're not
Yoshi
Zelda.
knows what he is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yoshi,
he's B
Fire
tier.
Emblem. There's
Ace
also
Attorney?
Ace Attorney game coming out. That's coming out for the Switch, right?
Yep.
What do we know about that one? if
It's not
anything?
coming out soon enough. I don't know. I like Ace Attorney. We don't know a whole lot. It's
What about that new Pokemon game?
That's not
that
coming
we've
out.
seen
in
a
20
title for.
Yeah, they basically use it. That's the first
Not
time.
even an official title. Just Pokemon for the
Just,
Switch.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's coming.
yeah,
They just
you know what?
announced that to bring up their stock price. That's
You know
it.
what? That
Yeah.
could have been decided like an hour before that thing. Like, hey, what? Can we get
We're
the green light on
doing
this? And
this.
they're like,
Yeah.
fucking
Can
go.
we say this?
Like we already mastered these graphics in HD. Just fucking put it on
I mean,
console.
I'm I don't know why. I shouldn't let myself get excited for anything Pokemon related, but
Oh,
like, part of me is interested to see what they do with that on the Switch.
Oh, Nicholas.
I know,
A
it's
full
terrible of me.
console RPG Pokemon game, that could be pretty cool.
It could be.
Could be pretty cool.
Could be. The other game on here that is probably unlikely to come out in 2018, but you never know.
Fingers
Because
crossed.
you think about it, Zelda and Mario are both huge releases, and like I would imagine Nintendo wants something equally as big to come out in 2018.
Yeah, there's nothing really huge scheduled for
that
this
we know
year.
about yet.
That's what that we know. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Metroid Prime 4 gets a release in late 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, if nothing else, it's a really good looking logo.
It
Yeah.
is. It looks beautiful.
You know, everybody fucking wants to play Metroid Prime. I cannot wait to see what this game looks like and plays like on the Switch. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. But you know, I just feel like they need something for 2018 to really. You can't have Zelda and Mario and then not have something the next year to, in like kind of the same caliber to follow it up.
I feel like we're due for a Smash Brothers port.
But nobody wants a port.
Yeah.
If Smash Brothers was going to be
They want
big,
a
if
new
they wanted to like play their cards or you know, if they wanted to lean on Smash Brothers, it's got to be a new one.
Nobody wants that, but look how well the Mario Kart 8 port did. Like really fucking well.
But that's different. That's very different. So the thing is, like, a lot of people don't even consider the Wii U version of Smash to be like the best version. You know, a lot of people still play Melee.
Yeah.
And Brawl for that matter.
Yeah, we don't talk about Brawl.
I do, because that's the only one with Snake. And that was my go-to character. He was OP as fuck, broken as fuck.
You think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna do this shit with the Switch when you get Super Smash Brothers, and they're like, take off each Joy-Con and you play two-player Smash? Can you
yeah.
Can you imagine trying to play Smash on that thing? Oh my god!
But I don't know. So I think this.
I'm sorry.
year,
I apparently offended Prince of the Universe in chat when I said nobody wants a port. What I'm saying, sorry. People would like a port.
Don't you want more good games on the Switch?
Yes, of course. But I would also like if they want people to get legit excited for Smash on the Switch, I think it needs to be an original title.
No, I think this year we might hear about one.
Probably.
I think this is a good year to
I'd be
hear
shocked
about
if
a Smash game for.
They've got to keep this hype. They've got to keep this excitement for the system going because they're having a fucking
It's gonna be
phenomenal
called
year.
Switch. Smitch?
What?
It's gonna be called Smitch.
God damn it, Nolan.
That's what they're calling. I'm calling it right now. You've heard it here first. December 27th, 2017. When they finally do release Super Smash Bros. For the Switch, the internet will refer to it as Smitch.
You're gonna lead that
Charge.
God damn it. You're gonna lead that charge. God damn it.
So some couple more games that we do know are coming out this year.
Perhaps my most anticipated game of 2018 for the Switch is Project Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it's ultimately going to be called.
Yep.
Damn.
I loved that demo that we
It was
played.
good. It was a long ass demo too.
Long ass demo, and it's something that looks phenomenal to play on the Switch. Yeah, I really like the hook of like being able to switch between different characters and different stories and stuff, and seeing how they all kind
being
of
able to switch between characters.
Yes, God damn it, Nolan, and how they all kind of collide in interesting ways. Yeah, I'm totally on board, and I really love the way it looks. Like it's
the art style is really good. The music's really good.
Yeah. So
the fact that I was actually fairly interested in the story in that small
and that very small vertical slice of the game, it kind of got me interested to see what happens with those characters. I mean, Prince of the Universe in chat says, I genuinely hope they call it Octopath Traveler. I hope they. I
think that's a fine.
I think that's a fine name. I
Probably.
really totally
That'd be fine.
agree with that. And the last one on the list here is Kirby Star Allies. That's the one I think maybe I'm thinking of that we saw a kind of a lengthy trailer.
We did see a lengthy trailer.
Well, they
for that.
announced like 3 Kirby games.
They did.
but not all for the Switch,
No,
right?
I don't remember.
It was like a
Kirby's
PS1.
one of those games where it's like if someone hands it to me, I'll play it. But I usually don't go out of my way to play a Kirby game.
I'm sure Brad will play that at some
Brad
point and talk
probably
about
will.
it.
But one of them, I mean, I don't know about this side scroller, but another one was like a Battle Coliseum game with Kirby.
Kirby Star Allies is a side scroller. Yeah. That's
No,
what-
but
That's Battle Coliseum.
But he's saying there was another one that
Like
was like
there's
a Coliseum.
there's like a Kirby fighting
the
game.
Kirby fighting
Oh,
game.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I remember rolling my eyes to the back of my head when I saw that.
I don't remember that.
Is that?
Well, they showed that for
Coming
like
out this
10
year?
seconds.
I think I took a forget me now.
I think people are gonna be mad if I don't mention Hollow Knight coming out on the Switch.
I mean, that's not a new game though.
Yeah.
But nobody's excited for a port, Nick.
Fuck off. I'm not excited for it anymore. You know why? Because I'm already playing it on the PC. Because I couldn't wait. I could not risk not playing that before the end of the year.
Yep.
For good reason. It's fucking
I
fucking
think
phenomenal.
that's everything that, at least for now, we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so we
Switch
have one
exclusive-wise.
more list to go through. This is kind of a short list. This is PC. Before we take our break.
Dedicated PC stuff.
Did Carlos get into this list? Carlos get in there and add routine to the top of this PC list?
Well, look at the release date.
Oh yeah, that's Carlos.
Sad face.
Carlos put routine at the top of our spreadsheet on the PC tab, and he put in the release date frowny face. So
Routine could be a cool game, but wouldn't it
could
be
be.
funny if it never came out
It'd be
just
funny.
to make Carlos sad?
yes.
That would make me happy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Nothing
I really
makes
want
me
to play this
happier.
game though.
It looks interesting. I don't know. This is the. Am I thinking about the right one with robots?
Man, I don't even fucking remember what routine is.
It is a first-person roguelike game set on like a 1980s idealized moon base
With robots.
with killer robots.
Thank
yes.
you. Okay, so all you had to say was yes, Chris Davis. This is the game with the
The
robots
answer
and they
to this
chase you.
question.
And you have some weird device that shows you things in night vision, but it runs at like half a frame a second.
No, it's your gun. It's
Yeah,
your
I
actual
know, but
defense
your
weapon.
gun
it runs at like 5 frames per second.
has like,
Like
a fucking-
intentionally?
Yes.
Intentionally.
Because
Because
it's
you're
it's
aiming down
old-
the sight
old
and it's the
timey.
screen.
It's old technology, so there's a screen on
And
the
it has,
thing.
like, a
It's in night
cathode ray,
vision.
too.
Yeah, so when you
Yeah.
look at it, it's like very slow. So you'll be looking down a dark hallway and you'll pull it up and you'll see like a robot like in like jittery slow motion running at
and
you.
the robots were like polite,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
and like all the computers run off like floppy disks. Okay.
Wow.
It's very
So I don't know. It could have potential.
Interesting.
Like
Well-
supposedly the game was done at one point, but they weren't satisfied with like the in-game structure, so that's why they delayed it.
Well,
But
We'll
that
see
was
what
as
happens.
of March 2017.
I hope it comes out for Carlos's sake, and so so Carlos doesn't have to keep
Mm-hmm.
bringing it up. GTFO is on this list. That's the one that was just announced a few weeks ago.
Yep.
At the PlayStation.
Well, for the reveal, they announced it like several months back.
Oh, this is the Game Awards.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the reveal. This is that game that I thought was like, oh, this looks like Aliens, and then it turned out to be like zombies in space.
Yep.
Well, it's
Space
from
zombies.
it's from 10 Chambers. It's a new developer. This is their first title.
Yeah.
They're
maybe
made
there
up
should
of
be one
basically
Chambers.
ex-Payday devs
Yeah.
from Overkill, so they know how to make a good cooperative, shooter.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm keeping my eye on it, but I don't know. Part of me was a little bummed out when I saw zombies.
Yeah,
More zombies.
Like,
For
what was
sure.
that? What was the name of that other, like, voxel or something based mining game with aliens? Miner Dig Deep or something like that? Or am I
Miner
crazy?
Dig Deep.
Miner
No,
Dig
Miner
Deep is
Dig
not
Deep,
what you're
no.
thinking of.
But
That's
yeah,
a
it's
I know what you're
Space
talking-
Dwarves or something.
That
Oh, yeah.
that's not on this list, is it?
Like they're kind of pitching. It's like that, but horror focused a little bit more, maybe.
I don't know. Get your facts straight, Chris
I do
Davis.
remember Space Dwarves.
Moving on.
Is it called Ooblets?
It's not, but Ooblets is a game that's supposed to come out this year.
From Double Fine.
Yeah, it's like Animal Crossing meets Pokemon meets like I don't know. It looked pretty interesting.
I'm confused
I
by
don't-
the.
I don't think
Oh
I have
wait,
footage of
never
it.
mind. I
Sounds
totally
like a
misread
really
that.
odd.
Wait, you brought footage of this
reboot
one?
of-
Yeah, so I don't think I do, and yeah, I don't.
Oh,
But it has a really interesting art style. It looks like it has potential. I would definitely say look
most
up the
Double
trailer
Fine
for
games
it.
deliver in the art style department, so
Yeah.
I'm interested. And that's a lot of the. In fact, every game on this list is just like sometime in 2018. So we don't.
That's the thing with
yeah.
PC games.
Yeah.
Is they're usually a little less structured on the release time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, we missed the release date. Whatever. We'll just do it next week.
Yeah.
Most of these don't have physical discs, so I mean, they just whenever
Whenever it's ready.
they let you buy it on Steam.
Did you put this here, Chris Davis?
No, I did.
Oh, Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
Is it?
So it's
It
called.
doesn't have a It doesn't have a name
It
yet.
doesn't have a name.
It's
You've
in
seen
the,
this game.
The
I know,
genre
I've seen-
is
I know what game
listed
it
as
is.
Goose.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
This is
Explain
the game
to
where
me.
you play as a goose.
Okay.
And you're antagonizing like a farmer, or is he a farmer?
gardener.
As
Gardener.
you
Yeah,
would.
and you're trying to like, steal his hat or steal his keys or do this.
Oh, I
and
do kind of remember.
you're like
this.
bugging the shit out of him, and you're a goose.
Yeah,
Chris,
that's
Crispy.
great.
just
That's
Crispy.
goosing around.
It's the game you play as a goose.
You goose
oh,
off.
the one where you're the goose.
Yeah.
Where you're goosing
Right.
off. Yeah.
Right, goosing around.
Yeah.
Goosing. Well, he's got a long, slender neck.
Yeah.
Well, he's a goose.
Yeah.
He's a goose.
You could call him Slender Goose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll probably hear more about it.
Looks like fun.
If you like gooses, I guess.
This one, this one I
Chasm?
almost put up as a sad face on a release date for this one. It was
No.
laughable. When the fuck is this game gonna come out?
Chasm.
Never.
Yeah, it's another one of those games.
Is it
where-
Chasm?
Yeah,
Chasm.
Oops.
Yeah,
I call it
that's fine.
Chasm.
That's fine.
What?
I have no idea. I don't know what
don't.
I said I did.
You really thought that word was chasm?
Yeah, let's keep talking about it.
He's gonna chasm all over if you
have
don't
a high
stop
school
it.
diploma?
So anyway, this is one of those games that's been in development for a very long time. I played a very early alpha version of it, and it's
Yeah.
fun. But I mean, I didn't get to do much just
Yeah.
because the game's in such early development.
I finally got to play it at the last PAX we went to,
Mhm.
and it was the last day, 10 minutes before the floor closing, and I was fucking in love with it, and then I had to go,
Yeah.
and that sucked.
so
so-
hopefully that comes out this year.
Into the Breach, Subset Games,
This one's definitely coming out this
from the
year.
developers
There
of
we go.
FTL.
Sooner than later.
I
think
anticipate this being a
when,
huge hit.
at the event here in Austin not too long ago, what was
Huevos
that?
Rancheros,
Yes,
I
thank
think.
you,
Yeah.
Huevos Rancheros. I think he mentioned that it's probably coming out early this year, spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
This
game looks cool.
fucking dope. It's
Yep.
got robots. It's got time travel. It's got turn-based tactics.
Did any of y'all watch that footage of him talking about the game at Huevos Rancheros?
I didn't.
It's really fucking cool. He went into some pretty elaborate details about how it's not important for your mechs to live.
Yeah.
It's about saving
It's
the
about
civilians.
stopping the buildings from being destroyed,
Mhm.
and all the unique ways you can do that by moving the enemies around, by putting yourself in the line of fire, by doing things that pulling enemies. One of the cool things is there's this weapon that freezes enemies, but it also freezes you.
What?
Yeah, but there's actually a lot of benefits to that, because then if you get hit, you don't take damage. It just unfreezes you, but it stops enemies from attacking. There's all this stuff. There's levels where it's you have to protect the train. There's a train that's going through the map, and you have to make sure it doesn't get hit and
Oh,
get
that's cool.
derailed and stuff. And there seems some really cool ways
You know
of
what?
bringing in different mechs to handle scenarios differently. And
You know what? I should probably play FTL.
you probably should.
What?
What?
Oh, fuck off, Chris Davis. Mr. I haven't played Shadow of the Colossus.
Nick, you should play FTL.
You
I
should
know.
play FTL.
It's a really good game.
I know. It's one of my biggest shameful secrets. Moving on, next on the list, Refactor.
Yeah,
Damn.
From our friends at Next
I've
Gen
heard
Pants.
of this.
Yeah.
People that used to be on this very podcast.
Yep.
I
I played it not too long ago. Bob always sends me a new build.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey, play this and let me know your thoughts."
Oh, when was the most recent build he sent you?
A month or two ago.
Ah.
The thing is, he doesn't let me. I haven't seen some of the later stuff. It's more the earlier stuff. But dude, it plays great. It sounds great. It looks.
I loved
great.
what I played.
I'm
I loved when I
excited
played.
for it.
We went to that event. They did it. When they were at E3 on the rooftop. I can't forget what that thing was called.
The
and
mix.
Yeah, the indie mix. Yeah,
yeah.
and man, I was really enjoying what they did with that. Yeah, if you're interested in chat, actually, right now we just posted. We had some information on. If you're curious about that, yeah, Bob, Joseph, and Jeff, who all used to be involved with our podcast, are working on that.
I've seen with some of the stuff they're working on right now.
Dude,
Holy crap!
Dude, I am
it's good.
so impressed by what they've managed to do with that, especially seeing it come from when it first started to see how it's
Dude, I remember
visually
the
it's
first
improved.
fucking gameplay Bob sent me, and it's just this fucking box that's moving around and stuff, and it was the simplest shit. And I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. And then now what it is, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I would say look up the games you want to know more about it. The long end of it is the short story is essentially it's a they call it a Tetroidvania.
Mhm.
So it's a Metroidvania style game, but you play as a Tetris piece.
And also the world
Tetroid.
is Tetris
Tetronimo.
pieces. Yeah, you are a
Tetronimo, thank you.
Tetronimo.
And the world is actually built and shaped like Tetronimos
blocks.
or Tetris blocks, and
Yeah.
you actually have to shift the world around and stuff to that. So the actual world is changing as you're playing it, which is super fucking cool. It's a really brilliant concept. So I'd encourage you all to check it out.
Yep.
We are a little bit biased, but it's fucking cool. Only 2 more games on this list. Party Hard 2.
Yep. Party Guard was a game I played quite a bit of when it first came out. It's definitely a fun game. It's a simple game. It's all about murdering every single person at a party and not getting caught.
Sounds like my typical
It's
Saturday
fun.
night.
Yeah, no, it
But
is fun.
this is the exact opposite scenario this time.
Well, so, yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Did
You
I read
throw
this
the
wrong?
parties.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're throwing the parties.
And you're killing the people at the parties, or you're letting other people do the killing?
Or there's a murderer loose.
Man,
That'd be
apparently I've forgotten everything about this game. Like,
Yeah,
I know I've seen
right.
trailers for
It's
it.
a sequel to Party Hard.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things that I kind of stopped following a bit when it was like create your own levels, because I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with people creating levels for me and playing them, but I don't have time.
It's a cool concept.
The music's
though.
also really good as well.
Yeah.
Party Hard, good music. Finally,
Last game for this segment.
I'm actually quite
God.
excited for.
Mount Your Friends 3D.
Yes.
From Stegosaurus Software.
Yes, and there we've only seen a very brief gameplay teaser.
The genre is called naked climbing.
Well, you're not quite naked. You're
It's just like you're reading the genres. It's like Tetroidvania,
and it's-
strategy.
have you seen it,
Metroidvania,
Nick?
Naked,
Have you seen-
naked climbing.
Have you seen the 3D modeled penis?
No.
It's definitely there, and it's
I believe
waving
you.
around.
110%.
So it can move in more than just like 2 axes now, just
Mhm.
swinging around. Now it can like flop out on the Z axis.
Yep.
Nice.
God help you if this game is in 3D. It's on VR.
Oh, ooh.
No,
I'm excited for it.
That's next. Mount Your Friends VR is
Yeah.
what it,
Mount Your Friend's so fun.
Friends not included.
No.
You have to provide your own friends, and you have to
To
mount them.
mount. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
All right, so that is actually going to do it for our first segment. I know this has probably gone a little bit long. When we come back, we have a really long list of multi-platform releases to be excited for. Oh man, God, there's some cool stuff on this list. So, anyways, we're going to take a short break if you're watching us live. When we come back, we'll go through the multi-platform stuff, and we'll wrap up the show. I think we'll do, instead of our traditional 4-player minute, we'll probably wrap up with just a quick overview of maybe our most personal, most anticipated games of the year. So start thinking about that, guys. But yeah, if you're watching us live or listening on the go, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We have only one more list to go through. It just happens to be a very long list. God damn it, Nolan. Nolan's like, what? Like eating a candy cane?
Yes.
Into his microphone.
Oh my goodness. All right.
mic's so far from my mouth.
And yet it's registering.
Oh my god. All right. Let's jump straight into this list. Multi-platform. We're going to do our multi-platform, all the multi-plat. Keep in mind, this could be any combination of PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, any combination of those games. So it's a pretty long list, and then we'll wrap up the show this week. Instead of doing our usual 4-player minute, we will do each of our personal. What do you think? Top 5, top 3 most anticipated games?
3.
Let's
5's too many.
Let's do top 12.
Top 20? All right.
Top 3.
Chris Davis has the fucking easy job. He doesn't have to fucking switch the fucking overlay now. It's just going to be one thing the rest of the show.
We got more things on there.
I did make. Well, actually, I made an overlay for top 5, so we have to. Shit.
I guess we'll come up
You know
with
what?
5.
Fuck it. We'll do 5.
We'll do
Anyways,
it 5.
let's do multi-platform games. Someone pull up the list. Because I can't see it.
All
All right, let's get started. All right, first game on said list, Lost Sphere. This is that new game from Square Enix, Tokyo RPG Factory.
It looks like a Japanese RPG.
It does. It's from the same guys who did I Am Setsuna.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which was a game that I never played.
I played a little bit.
I was
played like
excited
5 hours
for
of it.
But I listen to the soundtrack all the time because it's a very good soundtrack.
It does?
Mhm.
Well, it doesn't necessarily.
It's on
I
my
don't know why I'm kind
Spotify
of surprised
playlist.
about that.
Yeah.
Also, is it possible to maybe move chat to the right a little bit so we can see the platforms these are all coming out on? I'm pretty sure this is on everything.
I mean, we could also maybe like shrink one of the like genre or publisher or developer
Yeah.
things.
Sorry, we're doing it live, guys.
Yeah, you're.
Well, it's mainly just because
By we, you mean me, yeah.
Yeah, Chris
I'm
Davis is doing
doing
it live. Shrink that. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh,
There you
never mind. We still can't see it.
There you go.
I'm working on it.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Perfect. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Lost Sphere is a game that is probably going to be. So, first of all, I played some I Am Setsuna, which is a very safe JRPG.
that was, I think, one of the problems I
Like,
had with it was
yeah.
they played it way too safe.
What is Why are you showing me this?
We got a lot of games to get through, man.
Oh, sorry.
Just
I'm
saying.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, that's coming out for PS4, Xbox One, PC. It looks like. Oh, sorry. PS4, PC, and Switch.
Yep.
Totally fucked that up. Next game coming out is, and by the way, that was January 23rd, I think. I'm gonna play that on Switch if it gets good reviews.
Yeah, why not?
Iconoclast. This is. I actually have no idea what this is.
Me either.
So Iconoclast it's an action platformer, like it says on there. It has a pretty interesting art style. It kind of reminds me of what's a good way to describe this? It kind of looks Metroidvania-y. It's Indivisible is kind of the vibe I get from the art style. It's not as polished though. It definitely is a more indie. But I don't know. It looks pretty good. I would say, look up a trailer for it.
PC, PS4, and Vita. There's a few games in this list coming out on Vita, which I think is strange. By the way, Prince of the Universe says there's actually a demo for Lost Sphere already out. I did not know this. On the Switch, no less. I might try that. Anyways, all right. Perhaps the first big multi-platform release of the year, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yep.
We actually played this at E3. And we all kind of unanimously said this was one of our favorite games of the show. We gave it one of our booth awards.
This is gonna be.
It looks fantastic.
So
yeah.
good.
First of all, a lot of us here are fans of the show.
DBZ fans. Yeah.
Even if it was
I watched an episode today.
even though it's been quite a while for me personally since I've watched this, I'm super excited to kind of get my nostalgia on a little bit and play some
Bernadette
Dragon Ball Z.
and I are on the Boo saga.
Go Kai, right?
Yes, of Kai. Gotenks just went Super Saiyan 3 for the first time.
Oh shit.
So that's where we're at in the Boo saga.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So this game, first of all, it's Arc System Works, which I think is where it gets a lot of its visual flair from. That studio is known for doing some really sharp-looking fighting games. Not only sharp-looking, but like really top-notch playing fighting games. So that this is kind of like, I feel like this is kind of like a Dragon Ball Z fan's like wet dream in terms of fighting games.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like I remember a time when I was like just dying to play like a really good Dragon Ball. And this was before Tenkaichi and everything came out.
Yeah.
So like trying to find a good fighting game back in the day was like next to impossible.
Well, the problem was all of the Dragon Ball Z fighters only came out in Japan.
Yeah.
All the Dragon Ball
I
Z
remember
games
playing.
were good
What was it?
we got the GT game, but it was like a very limited release.
I remember getting.
So that tells me it didn't come out.
I remember on the PlayStation 1.
If something comes out in limited release to the point where like you can't go to like a Funko Land and pick it up, like that's not like I wouldn't call that a actual.
Yeah.
Release.
I remember going crazy trying to find Dragon Ball Z. What was it? Something 22.
Ultimate Battle 22.
Ultimate Battle 22.
Yeah.
And like I got that game, and I was like, "Oh my god, I finally own a Dragon Ball Z fighting game! Hooray!" And it was just like
It was a weird fucking game.
Yeah.
not great.
I remember there was like a thing you could do to play GT. A friend had it. He imported it from Japan. On your PS1, where you used like a paperclip to essentially bypass the region lock, was essentially just some like switch in there you could like.
Well,
do.
there were two ways to deal with the PS1. There was this paperclip method that you could do, or there was a if you had one of the PS1s that was built before May 1998, it had a parallel port in the back, so you can get like a cheat engine plug-in for the parallel port, and then it can bypass the region lock, and you just switch out the discs.
Well, that being said, we are all excited for Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I don't get excited to play fighting games very much, but this looks pretty.
This is
fucking
the
sick.
one.
Yep.
All right, next on the list is Monster Hunter World. Also
Same day. Same fucking day as Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
How are you gonna handle that one, Crispy?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
Crispy's gonna play Monster Hunter.
Well, I am gonna play Monster Hunter, but I'm also gonna play Dragon Ball Fighter.
But you know what? That'll be a good show.
No. That'll be a great show.
We
That's
talk about
gonna
some
be a
Dragon
good
Ball Z
fucking-
Fighter or Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Talk about some Monster Hunter World. Be a good show. Good
It's
podcast.
gonna be great.
Hell yeah. If you want to hear,
We've talked a lot about Monster Hunter World recently.
yeah, I would say
So-
two episodes ago, I think it was.
Yes.
Correct.
Crispy gave
We
his.
talked about the beta.
Yeah, Crispy talked a lot about the beta, so I would check out. It's episode 530. I want to
And
say.
we will be talking a lot about it in the future very recently, so we don't need to spend a lot of time on it now, but it looks fucking gorgeous.
Next up is Crossing Souls from Devolver Digital. Anyone familiar with this one?
I remember the title and nothing
Yeah,
else.
All right.
I only remember the title.
It's
This
the
one we
Devolver game, that's cool.
Yeah, I like Devolver Digital. I honestly don't have much to say about this one because I don't think any of us really know what this one is.
Can I see the mouse real quick, Chris Davis? If I Google it, I might be. If I just get like one quick image of what the game looks like.
Crossing Souls. It's like a crosswalk simulator.
Yes, I think that's exactly
my best
it.
guess.
Crosswalk Simulator meets Dark Souls.
Let's see. No, wait, maybe. No. Oh, I see a highway. Oh my god.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so this is it's like an adventure game. You're exploring the world. It's very story driven. It's developed by some developers based in Spain. I'm remembering this now. Things are coming back to me. So this is kind of like what the gameplay looks like. Oh, beautiful image. Oh my god, it doesn't get any bigger.
Oh my god, it's so tiny.
You kind of run around this open world. It's kind of maybe it kind of looks like that. Interacting with people, talking with them, getting into combat scenarios with them. It seems like it has a lot of story and flair to it.
Interesting. Although I still don't know necessarily what it is, but
it's one of those like I don't know. It's like a kind of story driven open world. I won't say open world. It's not necessarily open world. I don't know. Well,
if you've ever played a Devolver Digital game, it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect.
But there's like such variety.
Yeah, the thing is, Devolver is a publisher, and I think in the past maybe they were more focused on certain types, but they've definitely branched out to so many. They'll I don't say they'll fucking publish anything, but they do have a wide variety of games that they publish.
Yeah.
Usually they do tend to be good.
Well, that's coming out PS4 and PC in February. It looks like. The next one is the Secret of Mana remake.
Yep, the remake that's coming out this year.
PS4, Vita, PC. Not much to say there. If you're a fan of Secret of Mana, it's coming. Yep. I think it's a full-blown remake.
Just
ground up remake of Secret of Mana, which is kind of cool. I never actually played that, so maybe I've
never played Secret of Mana either. It's on my list.
Metal Gear Survive.
Damn.
Some of y'all are excited for this.
I'm hopeful.
This game is either going to be the worst thing or the best thing.
So the thing is, I want it to be bad because fuck Konami.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I want it to be good because I like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like
So-
they had
So I'll bootleg. I'm just kidding. I'll steal it. No, I'm just kidding.
they put out a trailer, like a developer diary trailer that's like 7 minutes long for the single player experience a couple weeks ago. And they're talking about like main base building and recruiting like other survivors and things like that. It sounds interesting.
It sounds interesting, but I'm sorry.
It kind of seems like it's going to have, like, from what I'm gathering, it seems like it's going to have the same flow and like kind of meta structure as Fortnite. Where like you have this like main base that you're building, and then you go out and do other missions where you have to like build within the mission, but then you're gathering resources to bring back to your main base to make it better.
And I think you're also sending out your men on missions.
Which
I think it's a little State Decay-ish.
I like maybe I think
I just think it's so fucking
it
bizarre
could be cool.
that they're doing this with Metal Gear. Like, it's a really weird project for them to do right after all the fallout from Metal Gear. It's like people who are already uncertain about the future of this franchise are probably not feeling very confident.
It's the cheap project to develop right after Metal Gear.
This was something that was going to be a DLC for Metal Gear Solid 5, and then the Fallout came out, and they're like, "Well, shit, we gotta just make this. We gotta move this into a different thing."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's coming out in February on PS4, Xbox, and PC. Devil May Cry HD collection. Not much to say here. I think it's the same exact collection that came out on the PS3. Just think so.
Maybe I'll finally finish the Devil May Cry.
Maybe you should. I'm just really pissed. I would buy this in a heartbeat if it had all 4 games on it. But it only has 1, 2, and 3. The PS2 games.
Yeah, but those are the good ones.
They're all good.
Oh, don't say that to Nick.
First of all, I'm not talking about DMC, right?
I know. I did Metal Gear Solid 4 with Nero.
Yes, Nero.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 4 is fantastic.
He meant Devil May Cry.
Did I say Metal Gear Solid 4?
You did.
Yeah.
It's fine. We were just talking about it.
Yeah,
it's
just
fine.
like
Everyone knew what he meant.
Multi-syllable words.
There was
Shut
never a Nero in Metal Gear Solid. We all knew what he was talking about.
Yes.
Attack of Titan 2.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, sorry. Attack on Titan 2.
I look forward to this game.
Yeah, the first one was good.
I know. You played the last one.
Yeah.
And it was actually
the first one.
decent.
It was good. It was fun I was surprised at how well they captured being a tiny person fighting these large titans. I was really surprised at how well they captured it and how fun the game is to play.
I was surprised at how fucking creepy they were.
Well, no, they are very creepy.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
If you ever watch the show, they're incredibly creepy.
Yeah. They get worse in the show.
But yeah, the second one's coming out soon. Was that almost?
It's one of the March games.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Last year, when did it come out?
Wait, is that one
It
of the
came out
7?
No, it came out
came out.
September 2015.
Chris Davis.
Did it?
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was that
Chris
long
Davis.
ago.
Is that one of the 7 you were referring to earlier?
Yes.
Whoa.
Why
Hold
do you
2015.
Yeah.
2016?
Or 2016, I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, holy shit, that wasn't that old.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why is somebody in chat telling me to go fuck myself? I'm confused.
It's
Devil May Cry 2.
It's a
First of
Wednesday-
all-
it's a Wednesday night, Nick. That's why.
First of all, Crispy
You're
is the one who
breathing.
said.
I
1, 2,
said
and 3.
4 wasn't a good game.
Yes. So I
You
think,
said they're all good.
Well, you
And
know what,
he
Nick?
said, fuck you.
You know
2's
what,
not
Nick?
good.
Fuck you. Fuck the Oscars. Fuck EA. Let's talk
Fuck
about a way out.
everybody.
you know what? I'll play.
Jeff Keighley's
I'll play-
looking for a way out.
You know what?
So desperate.
You know what? Just to spite Dano in chat, I'm gonna play Devil May Cry 2, and you know what?
Do it.
Fuck you. I'm gonna enjoy
Do
it.
it.
That's what you were doing. You were
Yes.
transitioning.
Yes, I was doing a
Oh,
transition
sorry.
and you ruined it, Nick.
We're already 17
You ruined
seconds
it.
into the new game. Come on, go, 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 go.
Crispy, I don't know if I can handle this timer.
No, we got to keep going. We got to keep going.
Uh,
If we stop, we die.
So even though that incident happened at the Game Awards,
Even though, what are you talking about? That was brilliant. I loved it.
I
It was
hated
so
it.
good. He's sold so many more games
he
because
definitely did. I mean, the thing is, I was looking forward to this game before that happened. It does seem like a very interesting concept, playing from two different brothers' perspectives of breaking out of prison.
Dude, I was totally on
and
board
the
for this
adventure
game.
they
I'm
go
still probably
on.
gonna play it.
Wait,
But
they're brothers?
Aren't they? Are they not?
I don't think so.
I think I'm thinking of two brothers because
Aren't
that's the
we
game
all-
he did beforehand.
He's talking
I
about
thought-
like the Brotherhood of Man.
I thought
kind of
these
thing,
were those
all
characters
brothers.
grown up and now they're in prison.
We're all brothers.
Are you spilling shit on my floor?
wait, are you being serious? Or
My
you...
carpet.
Okay.
But no, yeah, whatever. These two guys breaking out of prison. I've seen, from the trailers we've seen, it definitely seems like you do some really good cinematic stuff with the multiple camera angles, seeing the two events going on at the same time. Feels kind of GTA 5-y, where there was a couple of missions where it kind of showed that you could see two different things. But I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Creative idea.
Nina Cooney,
Crispy, you're killing me with this.
Revenant King.
You can't be afraid of the timer, Nick. The timer comes for us all.
Nina Cooney 2, Revenant King.
This game looks.
Played it-
I don't know. Weird.
Played it at E3. It's Nina Cooney except for everything.
Yeah,
the combat-
everything's different.
Everything's different.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
still
art
looks-
style,
it still
art
looks like
style's
Nina
the same.
Cooney.
Everything else is
Take
different.
Yeah.
Nina Cooney and take out the Pokemon battle system.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
there
like
you
the
go.
Pokemon battle system, but that's fine. Whatever. They change it up, mix and match. You have all these little fucking creatures. Like
I just really like
I
Nina
don't
Cooney
know.
from like a presentational
Art
standpoint
style,
and like
I mean,
really,
you know.
really good story and presentation.
And those things that you hunted down that Nolan told you about.
yeah, to grind.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah,
grinding on
that
those
made
things
life
for so
much
long.
easier. God,
Man.
phrasing, Nick.
I know.
Phrasing.
I was grinding on them.
So hard.
So hard.
That's another March game. We're
No,
still
that
in
is
March
now.
games.
Sorry, I
Oh,
was looking
wow.
I was looking down my nose at Chris Davis earlier because he was like trying to build. He was like, there are 7 games coming out at the end of March, and he's including games like Attack on Titan. That's
Yeah,
great.
Which
I guess,
really
but that is
doesn't
not the same
apply
thing
to-
as like God of War, Far Cry, Ni no Kuni 2 all coming out in the
Or
same week.
Yakuza 6.
Man,
It's like one of these is not like the other, and it's Attack on Titan
I mean,
2.
sure, it's not, but still, it's a AAA game from Omega Force.
Hey,
Whoa, look at this.
whoa.
Ubisoft is putting out a game this year. That's rare for them. This one's called
Am I gonna
Far
have to
Cry
get-
5.
Am I gonna have to deal with this? I'm excited for Far
No,
Cry 5.
I am too. I like Far Cry.
I'm ready for it.
I wasn't as into Caveman Far Cry.
Oh, that's my fucking.
I mean, it's cool,
Primal.
and that's fine. That's a preferential thing. Whatever, who cares? But this one looks like it's gonna be kind of dope.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where they where they go with this one.
Who fucking knows?
It's kind of a weird release because of the fucking climate, like the
Right.
social climate we have right now. So like, I don't know.
like-
I don't know how this one's gonna land.
politically conservative religious fanatics in America released this year. Like that seems a little
You know
a
what's
little on the nose.
You know what's really interesting about the way they're marketing this game? In 3 and 4, they were very specific about talking about the main villain. Pagan Min and Voss.
Well,
But they're not featuring a main villain
Yeah,
at
they
all
are.
in their marketing.
What are you talking
no,
about?
they definitely are.
Who's the main villain?
It's the guy that
fucking-
runs this whole town.
The priest man.
Dude,
Yeah.
the
I
fucking,
don't remember.
dude,
He's
the
like a
fucking
religious
main
zealot.
marketing piece for this game is like it's like the Last Supper where they're all gathered at the
All
table,
the
and he's
bad
the
guys.
fucking dude in the middle.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that.
So hold on. So they haven't. I will agree that they haven't focused on him as much as they have past enemies.
Yeah.
Villains. Voss was obviously the fucking main point of the first gameplay trailer we saw of this, or the Far Cry 3.
It sounds like they're also trying to maybe break convention with their own.
So yeah,
marketing
but there
a little
definitely is a main villain that
Let's
is
not gloss
the main
over the fact that
antagonist.
this game has a dog
It does.
that is your
Doggo.
friend, and that is awesome.
But you had a dog. You could get dog friends.
Shut up,
in
Chris
Primal.
Davis. Next game.
bit. Agony.
You have a saber tooth.
Oh, Agony. Okay, this is a survival horror game
Still in March.
coming out. Yes, this is also in March. PS4,
look,
Xbox
number
One,
8.
PC. I don't know a whole lot about this game, other than the fact that it involves going into hell, and it looks ultra realistic and ultra fucking creepy.
What's
Yeah.
this
It's a kick. Sorry. Now it's like hyper realism. It doesn't look like what. It doesn't look super stylized. Like I'm not
Yeah,
sure how
no,
to,
I get what you're saying.
but
I think I saw an image.
it's a
of that
survival
today.
horror game. It was a Kickstarter project though, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel
I
about
was
that.
gonna be wary about that.
I'm wary of it, but man, I hope it delivers because it looks fucking cool, and I'm very much looking forward to playing that. That's coming out in March as well.
Yep.
Next game,
Next
Crispy,
game.
you want to start your timer over?
Transference.
What the fuck
This
is
is
this?
the Elijah
weird-
Wood game.
Yes.
That looks like no one like what?
Nobody knows what the
Is
fuck
it?
this is, but Elijah Wood's making a video
Looks
game.
like a VR movie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it. I can't wait. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be.
Yeah.
but
Dude, how much
No
you want to bet
idea.
Elijah Wood's gonna do something here in Austin for the
I
release of
wouldn't
that
be
game?
surprised.
probably he lives here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go to that.
I see him.
Let's
all
go
the
to his
time.
house.
We're neighbors.
Yeah.
We're buds.
Let's just show up at his house and be like transference, and then we walk in and we start breaking shit
And he's like,
going all
"Hey,
crazy, and he was
guys."
like, "That's the point of the game." He's just like, "You figured it out."
We figured it out. Oh, how did Valkyria Chronicles... Okay, so Valkyria Chronicles 4 did
we
show up
were
on this list?
supposed to talk about it here, but we already talked about it earlier in the show. So you're gonna have to rewind to hear that conversation because we're skipping over it to go to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Okay.
Okay.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Yep. We played it at E3. It's like Castlevania,
It's-
but it's pretty.
Castlevania.
Brad's getting pretty
It's very
negative on this
pretty.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
you know.
Brad.
I think he's getting very doubtful, mostly because it's a
I-
Kickstarter project, and two because
It's-
like there's he is right. They are choosing to show some really weird things.
They're
this
showing
game.
off some bad stuff. I think it's just the fact that, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is one of Brad's favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And here comes Iga making a new game that's in the exact same vein as, Castlevania, but, slightly different. And I think he's worried that it's just going to completely
Well, it's also
fail.
like they sent out a fuck because I backed it on
I'm
Kickstarter.
a backer as well. I get
They
their, I
sent,
get their
they sent out
updates
that
all the
email
time.
and it's like check out our new video, and it's like a 20-second video of him
Yeah.
of her jumping.
Yep. Well, that's any Kickstarter campaign. They
Yeah, that's
the
like
thing is
any-
they
But at this
have
point,
to
like, it's
keep
playable.
you updated on stuff. So it's like, hey, we made this new animation. Check it out.
True.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's playable. It's been at E3, and like that doesn't necessarily like we've seen her jump before. Like we know how it works. Yeah. They just haven't shown a lot of like. It just doesn't feel like it's coming together or it's progressing.
You can only show so much so
Yeah.
often.
I hope it does well.
I'm excited about this game.
I'm excited about it too.
No, you're not.
Fuck you.
Next one.
System Shock
2018
2018 from Night Dive Studios. First of all, I love Night Dive Studios.
Who doesn't?
System Shock 28. This is a ground up remake of the original System Shock.
Correct.
We actually played the demo of it last year. I think it was last
When
year
they
I didn't play
released
it.
when they released it, and we talked about it on the show a
I
little
played
bit.
it. It was fun.
It was very early.
Oh wait, no, I did
Yeah,
play it.
yeah,
I
it
did
was
play it.
real
It was very
basic.
early. It was built in Unity.
I forgot. I played it and I remember it running like dog shit on my computer.
Yeah, it's not
and
great.
it just was not optimized.
Yeah, it was not
Yeah.
optimized. They
But
have
it's on
since
UE4, right?
they
It
have
is.
since switched engines, and they basically started the game over in Unreal Engine 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming it's probably going to be optimized a lot better next time we see it. But I'm super excited for the chance to play System Shock. I've only ever played System Shock 2. I wonder why they didn't put System Shock 3 on this list because
we haven't heard anything about it for
Yeah, it's
like
probably not
8
coming out.
months.
yeah, I mean, it's probably not coming out this year. But you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming out sometime in 2018 apparently. Shenmue 3.
That ain't happening.
There's a lot of Kickstarters on this fucking list.
Shenmue 3 ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Let's glaze right over Shenmue 3 because I seriously doubt that's coming out.
This one's not happening. Let's
All right,
just glaze
that
over
one's
this
done
one.
in
We
4
finally
seconds.
gotten to Chris Davis's most anticipated game.
Train Simulator.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
Metro Exodus. Now I'm gonna plant my flag clearly in Chris Davis's camp here because I think Metro is a fantastic series.
It's a good series.
And
What?
What do you mean?
That was positive.
Oh, okay.
You fucking zealots.
sorry. Metro Exodus 3 or sorry, Metro Exodus, the third Metro game, I think looks dope as hell.
It looks good.
I was kind of hoping it would finally kind of go kind of like The Witcher 3, how like 1 and 2 were like linear progression, and then suddenly it's
3
like
opens
boom,
up
here's big
as
open world. 'Cause
completely
Metro
different.
has a world that I
But
think
that's
would be
what they're doing.
But this is not in the same way.
Well, I mean, it's not like one gigantic open world.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But
I was kind of
it is
hoping for.
large, segmented open
I
world.
mean,
Don't get me
to
wrong.
that
Explore.
regard, Witcher 3 was large segmented areas. I mean, you would go to the different like sections and islands and whatnot. So
No, but like
yeah.
as someone who played like 60 hours of Witcher 3 and never really fast traveled, I could go anywhere in that game without really having to load much at all.
Correct.
Like I was kind of
You
hoping
could.
for something like that. In this one, you kind of have to load in between areas, but they're like Chris Davis said, they're big open areas that are connected with loading screens, but like big explorable
it's
open areas.
transcontinental story. You're traveling across what's left of Russia.
And because of the story they wanted to tell, it kind of had to work that way, I'm sure.
And it's set in the
That's
various
exciting.
seasons of the year, so every area is going to be different.
Yeah, no, I think this game looks phenomenal. Based on what I've played before, like the atmosphere, the using of like the gas mask and everything, fucking love that shit.
Phenom.
But the cool thing about the gas mask is at this time, you can be out in the open area and you don't have to use a gas mask.
That's a first.
And then you die.
You don't have to, but you will die.
All right, let's move on.
Next up, Moonlighter. We actually talked about this on a recent podcast.
We have talked about it quite a bit. I'll just briefly, for those that don't know, you moonlight as an adventurer to essentially run your
Stock
day
your
job
shop.
as a shopkeeper. And an RPG world or whatever, people come in and buy your wares and whatever.
Old school Zelda-like dungeon crawler.
If Reciteer and old Zelda had a
Correct.
baby.
So I'm excited for it. I played a pretty early version of it with a lot of stuff still locked, but I'm looking forward to.
And you can hear, if you want to hear more about that, you can find it in like episode 528 or 27, something like that. Like 10 episodes ago, maybe. Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
This is that thing.
This is our number one most anticipated game of 2018.
They ripped the ship combat the naval combat straight out of Assassin's Creed Black Flag and made it its own thing, and somehow I'm not really excited for it.
Yeah.
It's exactly what people wanted, except it's multiplayer.
I think that's
we
maybe
just
where they
don't
lost
know
me.
what we want. I guess
We don't. They shouldn't listen to us.
Yeah.
Unless it counts.
Stop
Then they should
chasing
listen to
our
us.
opinions, Ubisoft. Just do something.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen with that?
It could be cool.
It could be cool, but I'm not getting my hopes up. That's coming out for, all
Ain't gonna be no
Almost
Sea of
everything.
Thieves. You know what I'm saying?
Besides
You know what I'm saying?
in between the two, I am more excited for Sea of Thieves. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
Vampire. From Home Interactive Entertainment.
Yeah.
Don't Nod. These are the guys. This is like a weird departure because Don't Nod just made Life is Strange,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very kind of, bright, cheery. Not cheery. It's kind of dark, but to go for something like Vampire, which is like super dark, like literally super dark.
Yeah.
It's quite the contrast.
But we at
comically
E3
dark.
this year we did get to see some gameplay of it. And
In fact, I was pretty
They-
impressed
they
by a lot of
explained
stuff that I
gameplay,
saw
and
at
it
Don't Nod.
looks good.
It was a
I'm
really
excited for it.
interesting
Alright.
strategy for showing off a game because they just like herded us into this big sweat box and then played the game for half an hour, and
Yeah.
we were like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
But this looks cool.
But they gave us water and soda as well.
That's true.
Yeah, and I mean it looks good. I'm
shit.
excited for it.
There's another. I think there's a game that didn't make the list.
Oh, what?
It was one of the other Home Interactive games that we saw. The one about the rats.
Ooh,
Oh.
I don't
Rats
think- I wasn't
Plague?
there
yeah, the
for
Rat
that one.
Kids,
Yeah,
Rat King.
Rat Children's.
whatever it was.
A Plague Tale.
A Plague
A
Tale.
Plague Tale.
I don't think that's
Children
on
of
this
the
list.
Rats.
I could be wrong, but man,
I
that
don't
game
see
was-
it, so yeah.
yeah,
we missed
that game
one.
looks really cool.
So I wasn't in there for that trailer, or that gameplay. So
It was a lot of stealth action.
Very
And it was
atmospheric.
all
Very
about
stealth.
it was all about managing this giant horde of rats that was everywhere because if you stepped in them, they would eat you and you'd die.
nice.
It was a
That
very
was about
limited demo, honestly.
That was about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But atmospherically, it caught my attention.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
was very atmospheric. Anyways, Vampire's looking great.
It's looking pretty good. Main character looks like a fuckboy.
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit. I can
He
see
really
it.
does. You remember his hairstyle?
Yeah.
Dude, he looked like he was going out to the fucking club later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he was.
He would be cool in like the 90s.
It looks like the only 2 books he's ever read were Fight Club and The Game.
Moving on.
The Swords of Ditto. What is this?
Yeah, so this is a...
Oh, it's another Devolver Digital.
It's another Devolver published game. It's an adventure game where you can either play solo or co-op. Combat's kind of old school Zelda, Link to the Past-esque. And that's kind of it. I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say about it. I don't know too much. I know it looks okay. I like the fact that you can play it either single player or co-op. So that could be exciting, but whatever. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yep.
Next one.
Blaze Blue Cross Tag
Blaze
Bat. Blaze Blue?
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue?
Yeah.
Blaze
Oh.
Blue.
Nick, please.
You're
Please.
killing me, guys. Blaze
fucking
Blue
Nick,
Cross
look
Tag Battle.
who developed this game.
Arc
System Works. I know. I know they do Blaze Blue.
Okay.
It's Blaze Blue, but with guest characters from a bunch of different series,
Like Persona?
like Persona and Ruby and a couple others.
Gotcha. Well, as much as they make great fighting games, it's probably not really on my radar, but I'm sure it'll be great. Code Vein. This is that weird, like, Dark Souls meets anime.
Anime Dark Souls.
Anime Vampire Dark
Anime
Souls?
Anime Vampire Dark Souls game, which, at this point,
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Let's do
Hell,
it.
fuck it. Let's do it. Who cares?
I'm sorry, it's Dark Souls and what?
Fucking fuck my shit up, man.
Yep.
Just go crazy.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
What's next? Yeah, right. No,
No
way.
way. Not happening.
No.
Guys.
This isn't a thing.
Although, did y'all see the leak that came out this past week?
Yeah. Sorry, we haven't even said Kingdom Hearts 3 yet.
Okay, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. There was a leak this past week.
November
of,
20th.
They were showing
Calling
off the Monsters Inc. world.
Mike
were.
Wazowski.
Mike
Like
and
Monsters
Sully.
Inc. or Monsters University?
No, Monsters Inc.
Okay, cool.
Because they were in the factory, or the power plant, and
The scare floor?
Yeah, they had Sora, and all of them were monsters. And,
Hey, I'm going to go out on a limb
That's
here
cute.
and say, there is a chance.
Prince of the Universe in chat
that-
says that's a fake-ass leak, Chris Davis.
It's fake?
Who knows?
Because it's really fucking well done for a fake.
He's
I'm gonna
questioning your credibility.
Whether it's fake or not,
Pixar didn't happen.
2018 could be the year of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Why not?
I think it is probably very unlikely. I think it's up there with Last of Us as kind of unlikely for this year, but
Last of Us and Kingdom Hearts 3 same day.
fuck you.
Fuck that.
First of all, that would be awful. But it could happen.
I know what I'm picking. I know what I'm fucking picking.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yeah, me too. Kingdom Hearts 3 all the way, baby.
Fuck
All right, moving on.
Left
Gore.
Alive. Oh, that makes me really want to play Kingdom Hearts.
Left Alive. Oh.
What was Left Alive?
This is that shooter.
Oh, I
from
bet there's
Square
zombies
Enix.
in it.
No,
No.
is it that third person one set in the city with the giant mechs and all that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Wait, what?
And I believe that's why I didn't care about it.
Wait,
What?
wait,
Like
no,
this-
everything
this
you
is-
just said sounded awesome.
This is it's an open world like
Left Alive is an upcoming shooter video game developed and published by Square Enix. Oh, god damn it. Just fucking...
it's set in yeah that's it. It's
Oh,
We did see
this
we did see a
game.
trailer for this. Yeah.
yeah, and there's like
oh, it's set in the Front Mission universe.
yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
That's right.
it's like set in a day in the front mission. In
I
a
am
certain
not
city.
super thrilled about that one.
That
It's all
sounds-
scale.
Dope. Can't wait.
Fantastic.
I would
Next
like it if
up,
they showed more than 3 seconds.
This
of
this
footage.
next one's also not happening,
yeah, who put
right?
Star Citizen on this
I
list?
no, I didn't.
I don't believe it.
I don't think
for
I did
one
either.
goddamn
but
second.
I mean, it's not unpossible.
It was supposed to come out last year for Squadron 42.
Possible?
Yeah,
Squadron 42 was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah,
correct.
Which was like the first actual phase of their very convoluted release.
like the persisting
Scheme.
universe. There's no way it's coming out this decade.
This is,
Oh, by the way,
this is gonna collapse under its own weight before we
Probably.
see it. It's
Left
like,
Left
do
Alive.
you think my Citizen card will go for anything on eBay?
dude,
Gamerbeck says that Left Alive. You reminded me. Left Alive is that game that the Square game that had the art from the artist who did Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Now I remember what that was. Thank you.
Yep. It,
Um,
it does give me Metal Gear Rising vibes.
Yeah. Next we have Ace Combat 7.
Fuck yeah.
Skies Unknown, which we all know
Hey,
Chris
played
Davis
it in
is thrilled
VR.
for.
It looks pretty
We did
good.
play that in VR. I flew a fighter jet in VR, and that was cool.
Yes.
I would play it for the VR.
Yeah,
I would play it if you could crash.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let
Yeah.
me crash.
I mean, it was a demo. I mean,
I know.
like on normal
I would definitely
in
play
these
this.
games, you can hit the ground and not crash.
I would definitely play this game if it was good.
Me too. I think so.
You want to start something? You want to go?
Triggered.
Go
What's next?
outside, get in the jet.
Biomutant from THQ Nordic. I am on the fence for this one.
Yeah,
I thought it looked cool when it was a CG trailer, and then when I saw gameplay, I was like, that looks kind of bland. And
Well, more rough than bland.
Yeah, maybe rough's the better word. Early? It looked really early.
Early's
I'm
good,
hoping
yeah.
it maybe comes together. You know, I don't think it quite lives up to our standards these days in terms of like what makes like a really detailed, well-made environment and like.
I mean, the idea behind the character is cool.
Yeah, I like the idea of like taking all these mutations and like being affected by the environment and your character like taking on all these mutations and stuff as like that's
potential.
how your character progresses. Like that's kind of cool. I just hope everything else around it kind of comes together.
That'd be nice.
The CG trailer looked cool as hell, and then I saw the gameplay and I was like, it's a little rough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Speaking of maybe a little rough, but also
Yeah.
potentially cool. Also potentially alarming because it's never a good sign when it has the official video game in the title. But Call of Cthulhu is getting a new game.
Yeah.
I mean,
From Cyanide.
are they saying that this is an official video game adaptation of the Call of Cthulhu RPG game system?
I don't think so. I think they're just saying that this is
Cthulhu is
Cthulhu
officially
is
Because
the
that
official
could be
game.
cool if it is actually like an adaptation
the,
of the
the
pen
theme
and
song
paper.
is going to be "Me and the Dark Lord Cthulhu."
Me in the dark, no Cthulhu. Yeah.
Who
Who knows?
We saw this is the third game we saw at Home Interactive Entertainment at
Yeah.
E3, and honestly, all three of those games I walked away from like fairly positive about.
Yeah.
I'm just really thrown off by the fact that Cyanide does not have a great track record, and now they're making
Yeah.
like they've made like I forgot what it was. It was like Barbie or something. They made like Barbie games or something before this. It was weird, and now they're making. Cthulhu.
They were making Barbie games.
Maybe it wasn't Barbie, but it was
No,
something
no.
similar.
But like, could you imagine buying like Barbie games for your little girl? And like, it's like made by Cyanide Studios. It's like that
Maybe it wasn't Barbie. You make a good point. Maybe it wasn't Barbie, but it was something that was just like.
The problem with the demo they showed off was that they focused a lot on like the detective element of the game,
Yeah.
but they didn't really go into this, like the psychological horror. They just kind of ended the detective part and then threw you into like a boss fight.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see more of the snooping around in here bits. Those were my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, then you need to
No.
get out.
No more
Chris
snooping.
Davis, don't you remember? All horror is psychological horror.
Except when it's Resident Evil.
Moving on.
Next,
Darksiders
also
3.
THQ Nordic,
Yeah.
Darksiders 3. I don't know if it's coming out this year. Maybe it is.
We'll see.
You know, last week they put out a new video.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Did it look
didn't
any
see
better
this.
than the last one?
It looked a little bit more polished. She was fighting with like a chain sword whip thing.
Well, that's what she's always had. That's her like main weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That is her thing.
I mean,
She
it's,
fights with a chain weapon or chain whip or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like
That's another game that I saw and was like, I love Darksiders 1, love Darksiders 2, and this game looks a little rough around the edges.
it's a little rough around the edges. I think the problem is the difference in how the combat is structured. I mean, it's kind of like what God of War has changed to with the new game,
Yeah.
to where it's more pulled back around over the shoulder and you're
Mhm.
fighting only a certain amount of enemies versus like tons of them
Yeah.
potentially. It really feels more like a one-on-one or like one-on up to 3,
Which is not exactly
scenario
what I
thing.
think of when I think of Darksiders. Also
And they didn't
worth
really
noting-
focus on like any of the platforming.
worth noting, not the same studio that did Darksiders 1 and 2. Maybe
Correct.
some of the same talent. I'm not entirely
So
sure.
definitely some of the
surprised,
same
yeah.
talent.
So, I'm a little iffy about it because I love Darksiders 2 especially. So we'll see what happens there. But that's supposed to come out sometime this year. Dragon Quest 11.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one that's split between the PS4 and the 3DS? Yes. Okay.
Yes, correct.
I should be just reading it
It
off.
says
the
it right
screen.
there.
No, this is actually really cool. I'm really excited for this because it's the same game, but they
But
both
different.
have dramatically different
Same,
visual styles.
but different.
But different. But same.
I think it's totally cool that you can play the same, like depending on which game you play, like you're getting two totally different,
different
art
experience.
styles and different
Yeah.
experiences. But yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing. I think, and we've seen a little bit of footage from the console version, the one on PS4, and I think it
Correct.
looks fucking gorgeous.
It looks good. I mean, it's a Dragon Quest game. So yeah.
Dragon Quest is a series I want to find at least one Dragon Quest game that I can play from start to finish. I keep trying to start 8, and I keep getting distracted. But maybe 11.
Maybe this is the one.
Maybe
man.
this is the
Maybe
one.
this is
goddammit.
it. Maybe this is the first Dragon Quest game
Hey
I'll
Nick,
play.
you know what? What if Dragon Quest 11 comes with a demo disc of Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh,
Fuck it, I'll play it.
Shit.
Because that's what happened with
Could
Dragon
you
Quest.
imagine if they fucking started doing shit like that again? If they started
so
like
wonderful.
putting demo discs on.
That's how they sold so many copies of Dragon Quest 8.
Yep, when it first came
Final
out.
Fantasy 12, baby.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
What's
no.
next?
Fee.
Iron.
No,
Iron.
god damn it. Fee.
F-
This is one of those EA
Fee.
EA originals.
Yes.
Fee.
Indie games.
Correct.
Platformer, action adventure platformer.
Looks
If I
pretty.
recall, looks really pretty.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot. It's just another one of those like colorful platformers that looks like it has a lot of personality to it.
Yeah.
I don't. Beyond that, not a whole lot to say.
I think
Could
it's
be
hard.
cool.
I think it's hard to get a lot of the feeling from it from some of the trailers
Yeah.
we've seen. I think
It
it's
reminded
one
me of
those
a
games.
It reminded me a little bit, just stylistically, or at least color palette wise, it reminded me a little bit of Ori and the Blind Forest, but not exactly. Not I wouldn't expect the same style of gameplay from it,
But
but
not-
Same but different. Yeah.
same but different. Same.
This next one I'm excited for.
Yeah. Okay, but also Kickstarter
Yeah.
and
And it's been a
I
long
found-
time since they've talked about this.
also, do you know how many people are
Pray
making
for
this
the
game?
gods. Huh?
Do you know how many people are making this game?
No.
3 people.
Oh wow.
The team is 3 people.
I pray for the team.
This game, first of all,
So Pray for
no-
the Gods is Shadow of the Colossus Horizon.
Yeah.
It's like Shadow of the Colossus, and like it feels like Horizon though a bit, like just the way like the world feels.
Yeah. Every
It's-
time I see it, it looks like I'm looking at a screenshot of like DLC for Horizon or something.
Yeah, but in like a Shadow Colossus, like if they took.
But in the background, you see like a giant monster
Yeah.
like, thing, and it's like, oh my god!
So, I mean, it looks
and
good.
you do
Yeah.
scale these giant monsters the way you do in Shadow of the Colossus. And they said there's like 8 or 9 colossi or monsters,
Mhm.
whatever you have to take down in this game. Very much, very. And they're leaning very heavily into like inspirations from Shadow of the Colossus, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
And it looks drop dead gorgeous. But
It
I
does
have a
look
hard
really
time
good.
believing that a game that gorgeous,
Well, you know what,
with
Nick?
that much ambition and that much like taking inspiration from some of these fantastic fucking games is going to turn out
You know what, Nick?
well.
You gotta believe.
You do, I guess. I suppose you do. It's also worth noting it used to be called Pray for the Gods, like PREY.
Yeah.
And they got hit with a lawsuit from Bethesda.
They were
and they
not
had
happy.
to change the name
Yeah.
to PRAEY.
Pray.
Pray for the Gods.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 6.
Soul
Sorry,
Calibur game.
We talked about this a few weeks ago when they announced it at the Game Awards.
Game
So
Awards.
if you want to hear about that, I would check it
Starring
out.
a sexy young Mitsurugi.
It looks like it's going to be 2018. If nothing else, is going to be a good year for fighting games. That's what it seems like to
That's
me.
true.
Yeah. If you're
Um,
into fighting games,
yeah.
stick around.
You know what's not on this list? I don't think
what?
Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
Oh.
I don't think it is.
No,
How many
it's not
times
on
has
there.
Street Fighter 5 come out?
But you just mentioned it, so it made its way.
There
into
you
the
go.
podcast.
There it
It's
is.
officially on the
Uh,
list.
All right. What's
the,
next?
The Walking Dead, the final season from Telltale.
So they say.
I feel like I should
I kind
probably.
of fell out of love with it.
Yeah.
It got a little.
I still never finished season 2.
I didn't even
Jesus,
start
Nick.
season 2.
Oh
How
my
many-
God,
wait,
come
what
on.
season
I played the first episode.
I think
of
this
season
is the 4th season.
Fourth
I
one?
think they've
Yeah,
had.
this is the 4th season.
They've had 3. I stopped at 2. I never played 3. But yeah, so
Speaking of sequels to Telltale series, Wolf Among Us 2?
didn't see that coming.
I mean,
People wanted
Wolf
it.
Among Us was pretty cool.
It was, yeah.
I think they probably could spend their time a little more productively working on that than more Walking Dead. But I don't know. I'm kind of over Telltale games.
I think we all are to a
this
degree.
is kind of
Yeah.
what I talked about a few podcasts ago, I think. I can't remember what brought it up, but it was the fact that Telltale has been fucking churning out games, just grabbing money left and right. But the problem is every
hey,
game,
good for them.
every game, the quality I think just goes down a
Yeah.
little bit more every single
They're
some
time.
spreading themselves
regards.
really thin. Where is Tales from the Borderlands 2? Come on.
So that's the thing. Do you want them to do that right now?
I don't know.
I don't want them to. I want them to fucking take a step back, stop
Like
doing
they
Minecraft,
did with the Wolf Among Us.
stop doing. But still, like I think
been like a year and a half
Like
or
Crispy
2 years
said,
since
I think
that.
they're spreading themselves too thin. I think they're trying. Telltale's Batman. Wolf.
Guardians of the
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. They're just doing too fucking
So
much. And I want them to calm down. Maybe do 2 games at a time.
Or and maybe make a new engine too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a new
Yeah.
engine.
Dude, well, that's
We are
first of all, at this point, that's
long
never going to
overdue for a
happen
new
because
engine.
we've been asking for that for like 10 years and it's just never
Well,
fucking
who
happened.
Well,
They're going to be like, you know what? We're going to use an older engine. Fuck you.
Next game is
Oh, this is
one
a
of my
biggie.
most anticipated for sure.
This is a biggie.
Red Dead Redemption 2. This is the year. Holy goddamn
so
shit. Every time I
good.
see this game, rock hard.
Rockstar, just fucking. Oh, I'm going to open my wallet. You can take whatever the fuck
That
you
fucking
want.
You just- I'll
Nathan
write you-
Fillion cowboy looking motherfucker can't wait.
I will write you a blank goddamn check.
Man, do you remember that movie from the 90s?
Blank check?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god! You know, I was just
That
thinking
was
about
a
blank
kid's
check the other
movie.
day. You remember those like gyroscopic things that people used to get it? What happened to those?
Right? I
That
don't
was
know.
like in the 90s. That was like when you're rich,
That's what
you
you
get
got.
one of these.
Yeah.
But now it's just like those disappeared.
How much did he write that check for? Wasn't it like a really small amount?
Yeah,
$1
like by
million,
today's
I
standards, it
think.
was.
No, I don't think it was 10 million.
Oh, it was like at least $1 million.
It was like $1 million.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 looks fucking dope.
It does. I'm excited for it.
Holy shit.
I think
We have
I
seen
think
very
that's-
little of it so far, but
That's-
that's
it
not
doesn't matter.
unexpected.
Doesn't matter. That's all I needed to see.
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Jurassic World Evolution.
Nick's excited for this.
I
one.
am actually
It's
kind
all
of.
boned up over here.
I've never
Jurassic World
played.
Tycoon.
I have never played like a tycoon. Like
You
Card
never
game?
played Operation Genesis?
Nope.
That was fun.
They put out a new trailer the other day.
yeah, I saw that. This seems like
And
it
it's
might
50
be.
seconds of them just showing close-ups of the dinosaurs.
Well, that's what you want to see, bitch.
I want to see the fucking gameplay.
Yeah, and dinosaurs. I mean, yeah, that's why I want to play it. Fucking dinosaur. I want to like set up terrible fences that are going to get torn
Why
down
is
in 2
Jurassic
seconds.
Park so bad at running Jurassic Park?
Well,
Because
I guess
they
maybe
tried to
because
make a
I
park
get it
around
because that's the
dinosaurs.
source of the
Because
whole
life
conflict of
finds
the
a
movie.
way.
That's the source of the whole conflict of all these movies. Jurassic World was a terrible fucking movie. Let's just move on.
All right.
you're trying to poke the bear.
Yeah.
It
Jurassic
wasn't
World
good.
was okay.
It wasn't good.
God.
There are actual.
Can we stop?
Yeah, I know.
Up.
Okay.
Up. Up.
Anthem.
Anthem from BioWare.
No, that's
Anthem.
not this year. No.
I don't think
Probably
it's this year
not.
either.
December 14th.
God,
And-
what is with you tonight, Nolan? Making random guesses at.
Nah,
Release
they wouldn't
dates.
put it out that close. My guess is Anthem gets pushed to spring of 2019.
Also, what the fuck is this game, really?
I don't know. You get to
We
fly
spent half
down
of our
like
E3
a shaft in the woods.
We spent half of our E3 discussions during the press conferences talking about what the fuck. Anthem
What the
is.
fuck is Anthem?
It's Destiny by way of Iron Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm in.
That doesn't sound that
I'm
bad.
ready.
Take my
But
money.
I just hope it's not,
It almost-
monetized to shit. Which it will be. But
Oh, of course
Honestly,
it will be.
yeah.
I have to wonder whether it'll even be a 2019 or 2020, let alone
Really?
whether it'll be.
Oh, that's
It's
crazy.
2019 in my
It's
opinion.
it is an EA game. They're not gonna just sit on
I
it.
don't know.
They'll release it in an incomplete state before they sit on
I
it.
just,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just feel like we're starting to enter that portion of the console cycle where we have to start wondering whether these games are actually
No,
on these.
no,
we
no.
are not.
No.
No, we are
I'm
not.
just starting
Nope.
that.
No, we're
nope.
not.
Dude, we just got. Dude, we.
They just
We're not
did
having
like
that debate
half
right
generation upgrades for both. We're not there yet.
yeah,
We're not there.
I agree. Moving on.
No.
Next, a game I'm
Indivisible.
excited for. Indivisible.
Which one is this?
Liberty and
That's
Justice
the
for All.
Shut the fuck up, Chris Davis. This is the new
fucking
Lab
sheep.
Zero's game.
Program sheep.
Skullgirls. It's the Nick. Every time we bring up Indivisible, Nick's like, "What's Indivisible?"
Yeah,
every single fucking
It must
time.
not be. It
That's
must,
stupid.
Really good looking.
It
That
is-
stupid fucking face. I can't take it anymore.
Skullgirls. Remember
That's what I said.
Skullgirls?
It is Nick. It is an RPG, Metroidvania, in which you travel around the world, get into combat scenarios, and you kind of control your multiple crew via the different face buttons.
Oh, that one.
Yes,
Oh.
I'll forget about this by next
it's
week.
a Kickstarter.
Yeah,
The game has really good music. It looks fucking
Dude, the
beautiful
characters
as
look
shit.
Dope.
The crazy thing about this game is similar to Skullgirls, Nick. It's all hand animated. Everything.
Yeah.
Every single frame of the character's movement is hand animated. They spend so much time. That's why this game takes a
It does
long
look
time.
very nice.
That's why this game takes a long time to be developed, is because everything is drawn by hand.
You should go look up the demo, download it.
Yeah,
give it
you
a
can
shot.
download the demo.
Then perhaps I'll do that. Someone remind me next week.
All right.
Psychonauts 2.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That's
Double
probably
fine.
this year.
That's a pretty big deal.
Didn't that
I'm
just get-
assuming it's going to be funny.
I would hope
Didn't
so.
that just get delayed or something?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think.
I thought Psychonauts. I thought I saw it in the news
It's
like the
been
other
delayed
day.
for like 12 years.
Fair enough. Who knows if that's coming this year? I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
That'll be my first
we
Psychonauts
can
game.
only hope.
God damn it.
The Last Night, I thought this game looked really cool at E3.
It looks beautiful.
It looks like Blade Runner meets
Meets what?
I don't know, something
Something in Tokyo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have that kind of
Looks
noir-esque, lots of neon
It's all
signs.
voxel based too, I think.
Yeah, I don't. Is it voxel?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember it being voxel. I just remember it being
got a
looking
gorgeous
very,
fucking
very
art
pretty.
style.
I remember it being very
I
pretty.
just hope
I
like
just-
it has like a I hope it has like a good hook to it.
I
Like
can't
gameplay
remember
wise.
if we're supposed to buy this game or not, though.
No, this is one of those
Yeah.
ones that has some controversy around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the developer said some shit.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a problem. I guess not problem, but that's the thing with nowadays. Anything you say, people hear about it, and that
Nope.
word spreads.
They'll find it.
I was talking about that with Burnett the other day. I'm like, man, I am glad I grew up like right before cell phones became a thing, because there is no fucking evidence of the shit I did when I was younger, and now I am very much aware of the shit I say.
Like what shit?
No.
That's not. I'm not talking about.
Okay.
I wasn't tweeting when I was fucking 12
Yeah.
about how shitty my life was.
Now we just have people who don't think before they say things out loud.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Death's Gambit.
Death's Gambit.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yep. It's another very fucking beautiful game.
Is it a roguelike?
I
don't think
it's
so.
Metroidvania. I don't know if it's roguelike.
I know it's Metroidvania.
It,
but it's-
it gives me a lot of oh my god, please help me. The Dark Souls game 2D
Salt and
Salt
Sanctuary.
Salt and
Sanct.
Sanctuary. Thank you. Salt and Sanctuary. That's the kind of vibes I get off of it.
Yeah.
But a different, much, I don't say better art style, but kind of. Salt and Sanctuary did not have the best looking characters.
That kind of comes down to how you feel about the what's that studio's name? Like the dishwasher series. Like they have a very They have a very
That's
specific
Scott Studios.
Scott
Yeah,
Studios.
they have a
that's-
very-
I understand that's their art style, and honestly,
I'm not super
when
thrilled
I'm
about
playing the
either.
game, I'm zoomed out, so I'm not even thinking about it. But this game, on the other hand, I think has an art style I can very much get into.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited for
Absolutely. Only 2 more games on this show. Super Meat Boy Forever.
Yep.
Coming to everything under the sun.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I will not be playing this because I
And bad at Meat Boy.
probably. I'm just gonna go ahead
I'm
and
a
assume.
bad person.
This is
go ahead
the
and
Meat
assume.
Boy Endless Runner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Super Meat Boy. I think it's a fun game. I don't know if the Endless Runner is going to catch me as
respect
much as like the level based.
Super Meat Boy, and I think it's a cool thing.
It's a
that
difficult platformer.
It's a cool thing that exists.
And
It
it's
is also
fun
something I have come to accept
when you die into an
is not
explosion of meat.
for me.
Yeah.
And the last one on this list, Donut Country. Nolan's actually going to show footage of this because
I'm excited for
yeah,
it.
no, I'm excited for it too. It's just it was I think it was actually announced at the Game Awards. It was either the Game Awards or the PlayStation Experience.
I think it was PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, I can't. They rolled the trailer for it really early on in one of those shows. It looks very like in terms of concept, it's very like kind of Katamari Damacy. It's like
It's like the opposite of Katamari Damacy.
Yeah,
and it's weird. It's you're not trying to get bigger. I don't know. When a hole gets bigger,
oh god,
is it
You're-
bigger?
There's actually less.
There's less
stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole point is
Oh my god.
you're a hole in the ground, and every time something falls into you, the hole gets larger, and you're constantly getting larger and larger until you can like suck up like everything, I guess. And kind of one thing it just show in there is the fact that you can like if fire falls into it, all of a sudden the hole's on fire, and it actually showed a really cool physics thing there because the hole was on fire. A lot of
By the way,
heat.
did I call this Donut Country? I meant to say
You
county.
did say country. It's county.
I
Donut County.
apologize. I said the wrong word.
That's fine.
Nicholas, you fool!
So the fire goes into the hole, flames and heat are coming out of it. Heat rises, and it went under like a hot air balloon, which caused it to rise, but it was tied off, and like some cool physics stuff around it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I really like the art style.
This is from the guy that was working on what? Oh, he was working on the Unfinished Swan, which I like that game a lot.
So this game actually was announced a long ass.
He said
time
he was
ago,
like it was-
2013 or something.
Yeah, he was working on this kind of on the side when he was making the Unfinished Swan.
correct.
Man.
So
I love the title.
And I love the
Donut
trailer.
County?
Donut County.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Yeah, why not?
This.
It kind of,
looks-
it's kind of like I feel like it's almost like if Wes Anderson made a video game.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
Maybe.
Except
Maybe not exactly.
No, I get
But
what
like
you're saying.
the humor in the trailer is just like these
these two raccoons
playing
talking about
the
it.
game on TV, and they're like cracking silly jokes like with dry delivery or whatever.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm
can dig
excited
it.
for it.
This is gonna be a good one.
It
I
is.
hope. We'll see.
All right.
But I think we made it.
Do you want to click on just out of curiosity the community suggestion?
So yeah, so that,
we kinda
that hold
pulled
on.
most
There's a
stuff out of
couple.
that.
There's a couple that not really officially announced, but
things that we know
we
probably
could expect.
exist
Yeah.
that we can probably expect.
Hitman Season 2, IO is developing this.
Yep, they are.
As an indie developer, IO Interactive is now indie.
Good for them.
That is so
Uh,
weird that like they broke off and they managed to
They bought their
keep their own
freedom.
IP.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they kept Freedom Fighters too. They still own the IP.
For
They-
some reason.
They stole it.
well,
They stole the IP.
I don't know. I guess part of their negotiations they got to keep it too.
Yeah,
So
they negotiated for that shit.
Yeah.
Persona Q2.
I'm not familiar with that. What
What
is
was the
that?
sequel to Persona Q?
no, it's the
Thanks, Crispy.
Which was a game.
no, it's the Persona game for the Switch.
I'm not familiar with it.
Really?
Yeah.
for the Switch? Wasn't it on 3DS?
You're explaining nothing to me, Chris Davis.
I
know
don't know what
nothing.
it is. I just
Remember-
know it's a spin-off from Persona.
These are the games that are very much not announced
Not
yet
likely
or
to
not
come
really
out,
official
but
yet.
yeah.
Retro Studios is probably working on a game. We don't know what it is yet. I think it's safe to assume whatever it is probably for the Switch.
Yeah, probably.
Supposedly it's not Donkey Kong for once.
Well, that would be nice considering they've done like 3 Donkey Kong Country games at this point.
Yeah.
Also, there's the Persona.
That also
dancing
means
game.
they're not working on Metroid Prime 4.
That's being done by an internal team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
an
that's it.
internal team, yeah.
So what the hell is Retro working on?
That's been a question that's been asked.
Does
for
anybody have any
years.
guesses? It's usually reviving some kind of old Nintendo property.
F-Zero.
Ooh. That would be good on the
That would be
Switch.
cool, right?
That's not bad, but I don't think that's.
I would
Yeah,
take an
probably
F-Zero.
not.
That'd be cool. I
Maybe
think-
maybe they're doing Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, shit. That's terrible.
All right.
No, I
anyway.
love Diddy Kong Racing.
No.
Oh, wait, we didn't mention the Resident Evil 2 remake,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
We'll see.
one can hope.
I don't think it's coming out this
We'll
year.
see.
I hope we see it before the end of the year. That's all I want to know. I want to know what the fuck it is, so I can stop worrying about it.
Cool.
Also, there's the Persona dancing game.
Yeah.
That's on this list.
A couple
It is
other
on
games
this.
in this list that are thrown
Chris
in here
Davis,
by our
pay
community
attention.
that we haven't
Sorry.
mentioned yet. Yeah, Persona 4 Dancing Moonstar Night. That's a Persona dancing game. That's happening. We Happy Few is finally coming out. I'm really not super excited about that, but who knows? Wow, what are you doing?
I'm doing something, Nick.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling it over here so we can look at it uninterrupted.
Wait. Oh, from
People are fucking.
I see a lot of people in chat mentioning Kingdom Come Deliverance, but to be honest, it's not something I've been following, so I'm not.
They've
I've
been
seen
working
it.
on that forever.
They've been working on it a long time. It reminds me a lot of what is that? What was the game where you would fight people and you
Chivalry.
Chivalry. That's what it
Chivalry,
reminds me of. It's very focused on combat, being very realistic and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Just not my cup of tea.
Also, this one I think we didn't use, but 13 Sentinels. That's the next game from Vanillaware, and they make beautiful, very diverse games. First and foremost, and that's coming out in Japan this year. But I don't know if we're gonna get it in the States. At least
Yeah.
not this year. But that's
it takes a while for a Vanillaware game to come out.
yeah,
It
because
does.
they usually do a pretty good job on the translation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming out. What else we got? Mountain Blade 2. There's a bunch of question marks. Is that coming out this year?
We have no idea. It's going to
Yeah.
come out whenever they're fucking ready. We asked them about it at E3 after we played their demo, and they're like, we have no fucking clue. That's exactly what they said.
Verbatim.
They were like, we don't fucking know. Fuck you. Take your bag and get out of here.
Kentucky Route Zero TV edition, which is essentially going to be timed with the final episode of Kentucky Route Zero, which I
Correct.
can't believe is
What's
still
the
not
deal
done.
with that?
Right?
I don't know.
I
what
look
TV
forward to
edition-
actually playing it.
There's an episode 5 that they have been. People
No,
have
I
been
know
waiting
that. I know. Like, I've been playing Kentucky Route Zero.
Uh huh.
Fucking love it. What's TV edition? Is that just...
They're
It's just
releasing
a
a
console port.
console
Yeah,
ports.
Okay, cool.
And it's going to include the last episode.
Everything. Yeah.
Cool. Kentucky Route Zero is really good.
Oh, there's your Street Fighter 5 arcade edition,
Yeah.
Chris
There
Davis.
go.
It's on this list because we didn't care about it.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen? I don't know how to pronounce this.
Watam?
Watam? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I've seen some gameplay footage. I have no idea what the fuck it is though. It's weird. It's like I don't get it. even if there's no way I could describe this to you and then have you watch a gameplay trailer of it and have anything of what I said that made sense. Like you would not.
I think I'm following you.
I would say Google it and see if you're interested.
That's WATTAM.
Correct.
Off the cuff, it looks kind of Katamari.
It kind of has a Katamari vibe to the characters,
Well,
but
so
you're
the
not
art
like
style
the art style. You're not like rolling around a ball though. I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah.
If someone can better explain it, I would definitely listen to their explanation.
But I think that's kind of all we. There's the Overkill's Walking Dead game, which we still don't know what the fuck much about.
Yeah.
But that's apparently coming out this year.
We'll start to find out about it in January.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of it for our list. So let's wrap up the show because this episode's kind of long. Let's wrap it up. Let's kind of just do shit. This doesn't need no pressure. Let's just kind of spout off some of our most anticipated. Why don't we fuck doing any organized lists? Why don't we just say the first 3 games that come to our head, excitement-wise, for 2018? Would anybody like to start, or should I?
Go ahead.
Is there an overlay?
I will start. There is, but I said top 5, so
Okay.
we're not going to do top 5. We're just going to, off the cuff, like first 3 games come to your head that you're excited for. Easily, Spider-Man, way up there. I'm
excited for
super
Spider-Man.
pumped to see what Insomniac does with Spider-Man. I fucking hope to God that is like the best Spider-Man game ever fucking made.
Believe.
Let's see. Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's no secret. I'm very, very vocal about the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2
we're all
is
excited for Red Dead 2.
But Red Dead Redemption, for me personally, is like up there as like one of my favorite games I've ever played. So I think it goes without saying that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a super high priority for me in 2018.
I think it's one of those games that like I've definitely gone back and replayed multiple times, and even though the game, I don't want to say it doesn't hold up, it doesn't look amazing. It still looks okay, but it's one of those games that even though I think 20 years down the line, I think it'd still be a playable game.
Yeah.
Like the story is just so fucking on point.
Yep.
And it is so fun to explore that world. Just like fun hunting bears and cougars and fucking picking plants. Like, oh my god, I enjoy picking plants in that game.
Yep, me too.
I'm excited for not only the potentials that Red Dead Redemption 2 will hold, but the online elements of that. Some of the we back in the day,
Look
we
what
had
they
many
did with GTA 5.
Yeah, we had many a
Can you
Red
imagine
Dead
doing train heists.
We had many a Red Dead Redemption multiplayer nights with the community, and they had some fun online matches and online like gameplay stuff. And I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with 2's online.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if GTA
Online is still going
foundation?
strong. Like
Yeah.
they are still releasing new modes and new maps and new
They
updates.
released some new
and-
heists in which you go into the mountain and you have flying DeLoreans. and
Dude,
all
like
that.
they are not like, I mean, obviously they're not dropping because they're making money off of it. But what's
We
up,
missed
mate?
a game
What game?
on the Switch. No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Again.
Oh, I forgot.
Although
about that. Yeah.
I don't know if that's coming out this year, but I think it's safe to say that there's a good chance that might.
Yeah,
But they announced like they're starting development like at the end of 2016. So who knows?
Who knows? If I had to pick third game, can we pull up the list of
Donut County.
multi-platform?
Hey, I was trying to pull that up earlier, and Nick was all like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah."
Was I?
Yes,
He was.
That's exactly. Roll the tape back.
Totally work.
I'm so sorry.
See, that's exactly how it was.
Sound like that's you.
Oh God, there's so
I'm
much.
gonna say that Monster Hunter World is one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us Part 2 absolutely is one for me. And man, you know what? If Death Stranding did by some miracle come out, that would definitely be one of my 3, but I don't think it's gonna be. So I'm gonna say, go back up. You just passed one that struck. Go, keep going. Oh, Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Oh yeah,
Looks so fucking dope.
fucking
For
hell
me,
yes.
God of War. I haven't played a God of War game in forever. This one is looking like it's going to be a fucking great game.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for. Well, I mean, Nick already mentioned a bunch of the games I was excited for. Spider-Man, Red Dead.
Yeah.
There was something else I can't remember. State of Decay. If that does come out this year, hands down, I'm going to be all fucking over that. Into the Breach.
Into the Breach
Is another one. I'm excited for the Into the Breach soundtrack.
Yeah.
If anything. But I definitely will be playing that game.
Is it the same guy doing it?
Mm-hmm. Ben Prunty?
Yeah.
I kind of want to give a shout out to Moss.
Moss, definitely.
Moss, I think, has
Yeah.
potential to be really
You've been really into that game since we played that demo.
Dude, I am so excited about the idea of
That's
playing
awesome.
those kinds of games in VR. I hope it's every bit as good as I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily my most anticipated game of the year, but it keeps popping into my head. Man, Chris Davis.
I'm, of course, really excited for Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
Ace Combat 7.
Called it.
I've got a persistent hope in me for Metal Gear Survive.
God damn it, Chris.
Wow.
Why do you love Konami?
Because I want Metal Gear. I want more Metal Gear, and
That's not gonna happen.
this is as close as I can get.
I'm with you on that one. Metal Gear Survive could be cool.
It could
And what
be.
we played of it was
When we were
fun.
playing the demo, like there was some things about it that
I
were
heard
kind of
some
weird.
good things.
But there was some stuff in there that was like you could get up to some real Metal Gear level hijinks in that game. Like there was some cool stuff. So I have hope that that'll be a good game.
Yeah, you gotta have a little hope. Last of Us 2, obviously.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm not excited for that. Obviously, I am. I think I'm the only one here who's played The Last of Us like 4 times.
I played
several
it
times,
several. I think I played like 3 or 4.
4 times?
I've played it at least 3 times.
Everybody whip your dicks out, okay?
All right.
I was just saying. I mean,
think
like
I did
let's
3
not
times.
get territorial on the whole Last of Us love. We all enjoy it.
Yeah, Last of Us is for all of
What
us.
level were you on factions?
I will fucking kill all of you, okay?
You know,
but,
like I just don't have fucking time for that shit.
I am worried that's not going to come out this year. I don't really care if it does or doesn't. I don't care what year is on the official release date for the game. I just want it.
Guys, I don't know why I keep thinking about this. I don't play these kinds of games, but for some reason I'm like getting kind of really excited for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't
coming out.
don't
I mean,
be
it's
upset that
early.
you're excited for.
But
a
I know
game.
it's going to
There's
be one of those
nothing
games
wrong
that's going
with
to come out and I'm going to play it for like a week and I'm
could.
going to stop.
Maybe.
But
Dude, but this one, I mean,
it could be
They're
fucking
still
amazing.
announcing
game to have.
characters for this fucking
They are.
game.
They constantly are.
Like,
Yeah.
it's really
I
surprising.
was
at this point.
1,000% on board after they got all the androids in. I was like, yep, there it is. I knew they were going to be there.
Do
but-
they have Aider?
Huh? I don't know.
Damn
I
near
doubt
killed
it.
her.
And 8 is Aider is android number 8 from the
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
from
series.
Dragon
he looks like
Ball.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, from like the red.
Do they wait, can you play as Dr. Gero?
Number 20?
Yeah.
Isn't he 20? Yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry. Dr. Zero's 19, isn't he?
No, 19's
No,
the
19's the big one. I couldn't remember. I was getting them mixed up.
20
Dr.
is
Zero
20,
is
yeah.
20.
because he was. The
I don't
higher-
know. I honestly have not been keeping
I know
up
they
to
got
speed.
16, 17, and 18.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up to
Those are
speed
the
with the new
one-
characters.
And supposedly they're not involving characters from a bunch of the films.
Mhm.
So you're not going to get
Well, there's probably
Cooler,
too
you're not
many.
going to get like 13, you're not going to get
like garlic or
Bojack?
Garlic Jr.
garlic Jr. Yeah.
No Bojack.
And why would you want Garlic Jr.?
Garlic Jr.
I guess when he gets
would
all
be
big-
fucking top tier.
Does Garlic Jr. get all big? Am I remembering
Yeah, he
that
does.
correctly?
Yeah, he does
Okay,
during
at
the-
one point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's like the one villain who actually got immortality.
okay, that is true.
What
That
about
is true.
Tarlis? Is it Tarlis?
Turles. Nick, you're being Turles. Insubordinate. I think that's
Turlish.
it. I don't think there's anything else.
Oh man, there's so many games I'm excited for though. It's 2018. I hope.
so much.
I'm excited. I'm
like
super
I said,
excited.
I think was it 2016 was the first year when it got ridiculous. Like I don't want to say that it wasn't ridiculous before, but I think every other year before 2013, 14, 15, there were some great games. But I think 2016 started something, and we have not gone downhill since.
Nope.
Like the games just don't ever fucking
doesn't
stop.
fucking stop.
No, it doesn't.
So, anyways, I hope you guys will join us all next year
Yeah.
for another exciting year with 4Player Podcast. We'll be playing all the video games, talking about all the video games right here on our podcast every week, every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Reminder, no podcast next week because,
we need to recover from New Year's.
We need to recover from New Year's. And the week after that will be our 2017 awards show. And then we'll get back into the swing of things and start hitting off with games in 2018. Again, we'd like to invite everybody out there to join us in our community Discord, discord.gg/4player. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/4player. Support us on Patreon at the $1 tier or higher. Get 24-hour early access to all of our podcast episodes without any ads. So this episode will be up tomorrow, and then the next day for everybody else. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening.
Been a great year.
Have a great New Year's, and we will see y'all again. Well, we broadcast every night, but we'll see you again for another episode in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.